What's up, everybody? This is the Jedi. I'm back. And I'm very tired. I'm very hot. And just as I was setting up, I was looking at my reflection. And I really need to eat. I'm eating, but, ever since I was told I have high cholesterol, I'm eating what I know is best, And then on top of my food fear, it's a struggle, Yesterday, in fact, I took a picture. Day before yesterday, I think it was, I literally had a bagel and some salad. The salad was really delicious, but it took me a while to get around to eating it because the lettuce and the spinach, and the tomatoes, everything I'm afraid of. And I was watching a video last night of, there was a sister in the Gambia, and they were fixing iftar meal for Ramadan, and subhanallah, she was showing her ingredients. At one point she goes, "Here we have the vegetable straight from the ground." I almost had a heart attack. And there it was the most beautiful lettuce you ever saw in your life, with the roots still on it. Subhanallah, I think I have it. It's worth opening with that, since I mentioned it. But I had that. Then yesterday, I had literally, all I ate was, and I felt bad about eating that because I was looking up this peanut butter, this peanut butter, does peanut butter raise your cholesterol? I like peanut butter. I always have. But it can if it's got hydrogenated oil in it. So I immediately ran to the kitchen to see, does my peanut butter have hydrogenated oil in it? And of course, it has palm oil. So I was like, well, does that have, because I know they use a lot of palm oil in Africa. There's even is it palm nuts? Or palm something else. They do a lot with palm, just a lot of palm going on in Africa. And I don't know, man. I need to be married today, because the chapter that I'm in my life right now, like I've told you, I don't need a housemaid. I don't need my wife to do nothing but love me and let me love her and help her realize her arc of life, whatever that is. I'm just there to support and to serve. But times like this, I do need a wife, because there's times when I need to eat and I don't feel like fixing anything. So it'd be great to say, baby, could you fix me something? Just could you, and then have her bring it to me and all of that. I remember when I was little, it just dawns on me now as I'm looking for this video, so I'm stalling. When I was very young, my grandmother, because I'm still anemic, but my grandmother was always worried about my health because I was so anemic. And so she just really doted over me, especially when I was little. But I just remember times when I would have a cold, or I must have been sick or something, and just being in bed and my grandmother come, because she knew I loved lemon in my tea and I like for it to be sweet, and how she would pour it into the saucer and blow the saucer so it would be hot for me. Not going to cry in this video. Can't talk about my grandma. Can't do it. Alright, so I'm going to find this sister so that I could just share the beauty of this vision with you that I was able to behold, and hopefully it will have value for you, But I'm someone that obsesses on food and poison, and I was given a cancer diagnosis back in 2010. I told you guys all about that. That didn't happen, alhamdulillah. So now, but I told you that my prostate specific antigen, PSA, is off the charts. I've not had a biopsy. I haven't seen the urologist. You know, I can't. Like, I can't. But I also recognize that if you don't have your health, you don't have anything at all. That's your lock and stock and trade. If you don't have your health, you have nothing. You don't exist anymore. I remember my aunt saying to me, Reem of Allah, my grandmother's sister, because they come from the old school. And why my horse? Where's my punch? Um, that's not her. Um, I remember, you know, because they come from the old school. I remember her saying, you know, well, if you weren't well, or if you were sickly, they felt like they weren't any good anymore. I'm not gonna cry in this damn video. I'm really in a good spirit, but I have to tell you this because I told you that. My aunt, who ended up dying of cancer back in the 1990s, her and my grandmother died the same year. Yeah, yeah, and I am not going to cry in this damn video, but I need to tell you the story. She had cancer, and at some point, she had a colostomy. Is it prayer already? Subhanallah. It's Asr. Allahu Akbar. It is Asr. The day has gotten away. It does that on Fridays, man. Like, I can't. Let me finish telling you the story. She had gotten a colostomy, apparently. I was doing a lot of entertaining back then and a lot of running. I don't know. But I knew she ended up getting a colostomy. And I only hadn't seen her for this short amount of time because I was never one to stay away for too long. I can't do that with anybody that I love and care about, especially my grandmother and my aunt. They're everything. To this day, they still serve me, you know, even in death. But I remember my grandmother saying, "Have you been to see sister?" Because she used to call her sister. I said, "No, I haven't seen Aunt Liza." She said, "Go see sister." But then I guess she called, or maybe it was the next day or something, but I remember being on the phone and my grandmother giving me the phone. And she asked me, because I know my other brothers and sisters are trifling, and they don't have the spirit that I have. You know, me and my aunt were just, my step aunt in New York were just talking about this day before yesterday, whenever. Um, you know, my family doesn't, and most of humanity, but my family, I don't know. They don't care, man. I care. I care. So I mentioned it because I was being lumped into this because I'm one of the children. And she was saying, you know, I'll just say nephew because she actually said my name, but I'll just say nephew. She said, nephew, she goes, but you had to hear the tone in her voice though. And if you weren't listening, you wouldn't have heard it maybe. You know, her spirit was speaking to me. And she said to me, she said, I'm paraphrasing now because I thought I had the quote. You know, do y'all don't come see me because I have this bag now? You know, like I know I'm not no more good. Damn it. Let me just look for this video and I'll come back to the story. Where's the sister at? Damn. I'm always saving stuff so it could get moved down. Anyways, it broke my heart. I immediately dropped everything and I rushed to her house then and saw her and spent time with her. But it also gave me an opportunity to separate myself from them, which she knew that already, you know. Because even when on the rare occasion that I would ever need money, my aunt was that one that always had money. You know, I kind of come from that school where I don't really spend money. I don't spend money. They weren't extravagant. I'm not extravagant. They weren't into stuff. I'm not. And so they knew if I was asking, they rushed to get it for me because I must need it if I'm asking, you know. And so she knew I was different than the other children, you know, and I would come when there was nothing other than to just come visit her and to do laundry for her or clean the house for her or do something, whatever. She'd just sit with her, you know. She loved pizza. Later in life, she really got into pizza. It was a thrill for her to have pizza. So we'd have pizza, you know. And but it taught me a lot about the worth of the being, like yourself. You're just being able to be mobile and to be healthy, to be able to move from one place to the next just under your own device and be well, you know. It's everything. You know, I was in a wheelchair for over a year. I'm finding this damn video, y'all. Damn it. What is her name? I remember her name. Is this it? This is it. Okay, get past that. But I was in a wheelchair for just over a year, and I'm a very empathetic person. Son of a bitch. Alright, last ditch effort. Type Jedi. Miss Wayland would not be happy right now. This is at least a C. This typing I'm doing right now. Not good. Not my best day. Allahu Akbar. I have her. Alright. Let's pull this up. Let me cue it. And then I'll show you. I think it was 5 minutes in. I think I remember the timestamp for somebody dismiss. 3, 4, 5. We're going to find this. You have to see this, everybody. It's life-changing. Aha! Allahu Akbar. My Lord, we have them. Good. Prepare your men. Bring you in.
It's already been seasoned.
No, don't start talking. Don't do stuff. You're number one. Allahu Akbar. Now see this, everybody. See this.
Okay, so we throw that away.
Again, if you're new to me, I know the thumbnail says one thing. I'm the Jedi. I speak from my soul. After I say, what's up, everybody? This is the Jedi. I don't know what's coming out of me. I don't know. So this came out, and here we are. All right, let's go.
Yes. Okay.
This is in the Gambia. This
So
is
we are
the
cooking
sister. This is the sister. This is in the Gambia.
a chicken sauce today for the mosque. And this is basically the chicken. It's already been seasoned.
By the way, that's real chicken. You understand? So let us understand, because I thought this when I watched this. I thought, you know what? You wouldn't need to worry about salmonella because that only came about in the industrial era of slaughtering a gazillion chickens at once and having them all living in their own disease and all the crap. A chicken that you just was running around making fun of you 5 minutes ago, that's a good chicken. If it don't get cooked through, you still gonna be good. But she cooks it all the way through. I just needed to say that. We're here for the lettuce.
As you see that, it's very fresh and nice, straight from the ground.
Boom. When she said that, I stopped the video. And chills went through me just as they did just right now. I don't even know if she knows the weight of what she just said. Straight from the ground. It was such a small thing, but it wasn't lost on me. Gotta see it again.
As you see that, it's very fresh and nice, straight from the ground.
And then you see the root on it. Oh my God, man. That's what I want, dude. That's what I want. By the way, any of you guys, all of you that follow me on Jedi Africa, we're going to be together over the weekend. That's one of the reasons why I'm doing this video on this channel today, to get this crowd out of the way, and then we'll be together on Jedi Africa over the weekend. I have a lot of things that I want to share with you, and tell you, and things like that. And what is going on? I need my towel. Wait. Look at that. Wow. That's just profound to me, man. I hope that that had some value for you, because for me, that's the world I want to live in. You know, where the food has just come straight from the ground or straight from a tree. You know, I'm apartment hunting in Gambia, and in fact, I spoke with a gentleman the other day. It was 1 o'clock in the morning for me. And I Googled the time that it was in Gambia, and I called because they had their number. I thought, well, they should be up at 7:30. So just 7:30. Call, no answer. And then probably just a few minutes thereafter, I got a text saying, sorry, we missed your call. I didn't see the rest of the text. I was like, okay, sorry, you missed the call again. And I got him. And, you know, they are, why I mentioned the whole apartment hunting thing is because there's most properties, even that I see them showing, you gonna have I ain't gonna say you're going to have, because I don't want to over romanticize Africa. A lot of people do that, so I try to really keep it real, and you know, if I can't proclaim something, then I don't proclaim that, you know. But I can tell you, having said that, that I've not seen a property yet that didn't have some kind of trees in the yard. You feel me? Like banana, coconut, mango, orange, something. You feel me? Like they just, and not even just in your yard. Like there was this one property they showed where literally to get out the gate, you had to move the mangoes out of your way because the mangoes were hanging right in your face. SubhanAllah. That's the world I want to live in, man. That's the world I want to live in. 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 I want to come to our main topic, because Ronaldo Wynn, shout out to you, Ronaldo, if you see this or if you're watching now, sent this to me a few days ago or whenever it was, and it's worthy of my review because of its merit. It's what I say and have said and what I know to be true. There are no good police, everybody. People only join the police force to be an asshole. They're already an asshole. You probably can't even join if you're not an asshole. You must be. That's like requisite one. Are you an asshole? And if they don't ask it, they're certainly looking for it when you're in front of the review board to see. You know. That's what they're putting on the street now. It's not, you know, I told you guys many years ago, my girlfriend at that time, we worked at the same place, and she was going to go to take the LAPD test, and I took her, so I just thought, well, I'll go in and take it. Passed it, and then after that, you go to, you're supposed to go before like a review board, and then they enter like sergeants and captains and a bunch of shit, a bunch of people with a bunch of metal on their necks and shit. And then you do that and you go to the academy. Well, I didn't get to the academy because I showed up. And I don't know if I even want to brag and say I knew then why I didn't get it. But I know now. And I knew later, you know, in life. You know, I was I'm not that. I'm a self-thinker. I'm critical. I question. they're probably looking at you going, if we shot somebody in front of you, would you help us clean that up? Nah, he ain't the one. So they used, when I was a teenager, on my very first official job at a restaurant that I got fired from, but I sued them and prevailed because it was racist. It was a whole thing. Anyways, they took that as the reason why I couldn't be hired. That had been 7 years before by the time I'm standing in front of them. So, I mean, there are no good police, everybody. Even if you have a good encounter with one, maybe their wife gave them some sex the night before or that morning or some bullshit, you know. Literally, it's that basic. It's not because they're in any way good. It's like what I tell you about white people, you know, but you give glory to the one that created, you know. It's not because they're good. It's because the divine has allowed this to happen for you. That's what it is. That should be your end point, not reaping it on that person. And that's with anything, you know, and certainly from people that are evil. And that would be the white people and police, you know. By extension, they're the same thing, because 99% of police in this bitch are white. But not only that, they obviously have, as the shootings and murder of us became more visible after Rodney King, certainly with the advent of the smartphone, etc., then now almost every department we see now, they've got some black chief that we never knew existed is stepping to the mic. Where did you come from? What? Because they always want to have black cover, because color matters to them while they're telling you it's not about race. I tell you, don't ever buy into that shit. Everything is about race. You should have a big ass t-shirt that says it. Everything is about race with white people. That's it. Everything is about race with these people. Everything. I can't even say it. I can't even say it specific enough. Everything. Anything you could think. Everything is about race. All of it. So they try to get this black cover, you know, to be able to hide behind. Well, I must not be racist. You see a black face there. You know, this is why they always go to, well, I can't be racist. I have black friends. No, bitch, you're still the devil. That means nothing. And shame on those black people. And they're not really real black people if they're friends with you. So that's the whole thing. But that doesn't mean anything. You know, like just if you meet one of these people, you have an interaction with them and it doesn't go south, that doesn't have anything to do with them being good, because they don't allow good ones. And this video illustrates that. Let's see it. Damn it, I'm in the way. All right, I'm going to watch critically, and we'll play it through in full screen. And then if I feel like that my being on screen was too much, then we'll shrink it and play it again. Go. Now, set it up for you. Apparently some brother with his drawers showing is being arrested for something, we don't know what. But he's already handcuffed, and now they're already putting him in the car. And then this happens.
Sunrise Police released this body camera video to 7 Investigates after a tip led us to ask about a November 19th incident. Citing an ongoing internal affairs investigation, the department turned off the sound and obscured almost all the faces, except for one, Sergeant Christopher Police.
When he went up and put his hand on her throat.
To the throat.
What was your reaction?
I find this behavior to be disgusting.
Wait. Now it's disgusting. Now it's disgusting. Alton Sterling wasn't disgusting. Our brother, Can't Breathe, was not disgusting. We'll just name the names. None of them disgusting. But part of the reason for showing you this and bringing this is to show that hypocrisy as well. Their reaction to, because it was another evildoer, another paid murderer, another fat bitch. And I don't know if she's a sister or a Latina or what, but I suspect she's not a white bitch. But just my instincts tell me that. We're going to find an article and we're going to find out. But I suspect she's not a white bitch. But now it's disgusting. Now it is. Now. We'll take it back and go on. I'll shut up.
For one, Sergeant Christopher Police.
When he went up and put his hand on her throat.
But the look on the face, like, how dare you, you bitch, but let's notice the body language and the tattoos too. So there's
All the faces.
watch, look at the face.
Except for one.
When he goes for the throat,
Sergeant
watch.
Christopher Police.
When he
Look, how dare you, you piece of shit. That's what that looks at. That's what it says to me.
went up and put his hand on her throat. What was your reaction?
I find this behavior to be
Wait, I'm missing a part.
Video to
Because what provokes that, notice they're slow down, Jedi. Slow down. You see them putting the brother in the car.
After a tip led us to
So
ask about
apparently asshole
a
does
November
something.
19th incident, citing an ongoing internal affairs investigation. The department turned off the sound and
She
obscured
goes up and grabs him. Like, not right here.
almost all
By his belt, as you see there. And then
the faces, except for one, Sergeant Christopher Police.
When he went up and put his hand on her throat.
that's it on the air.
What was your reaction?
I find this behavior to be disgusting. I think the video speaks for itself.
Just a minute earlier, the body cam shows a man being walked by officers to a patrol car. He was being arrested for aggravated battery.
Wait.
After police say he hit
Wait. This is why we're here, everybody. This is why we're here. The other statement that he just said. I'll hear it again.
a minute earlier, the body cam shows
Disgusting. I think the video speaks for itself.
Oh, the video speaks for itself. Now the video speaks for itself. Now the video speaks for itself, said they blew out White Devil. Because it's usually, well, we don't know. We have to look over the video and there has to be an investigation. We can't make statements and we can't tell. We just can't, we don't know. The video speaks for itself. You heard it. Go on.
Just a minute earlier, the body cam shows a man being walked by officers to a patrol car. He was being arrested.
A man being walked to a patrol car. We don't know that this is probably a teenager, but again, you age when you're dealing with white demons. You age at least, is it 15? I think it's 20 years. I think it's 25. I'm being told it's 25 years. I'm being told it's 25 years that you age, according to them. All right, so this man is being put in the car now.
Arrested for aggravated battery.
Aggravated battery, whatever that means.
After police say he hit people outside this convenience.
Police say he hit people, not people say he hit us. We saw him hit. Police say he hit people when they weren't on the scene and didn't see it. But that's something else. We're not here to talk about that.
Store. The man under arrest is already in handcuffs, but officers appear to be having difficulty getting him into the car.
Ooh, they can't get him into the car, even though he's already turned to put his butt down in the car. They're having difficulty because it's always very difficult to get us in the car because we're wild animals. Everybody knows it. You can't just get us into the car with our 4 legs and
Having difficulty getting him into the car.
no difficulty.
Around that time, Sergeant Police pulls up and walks up to the suspect. Sunrise Police.
And this is also an example of the media, White Devil, covering for other White Devils. Because what difficulty would I have putting you in anything? I got you handcuffed. I grab your feet. Somebody else grab their, I throw your ass wherever I want to throw you. Good. You feel me? So there's no difficulty. They're also covering for them while trying to look like, ooh, we expose when there's something wrong. And the police are doing the same thing. That's why he's sitting up there with all that confidence. And the video speaks for itself. And this was disgusting. And I can't believe it. You see? White hypocrisy is what we're seeing, everybody. White hypocrisy. Go on.
Police Chief Anthony Rosa says
And collusion. 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 Collusion.
suspect. Sunrise Police Chief Anthony Rosa says he could not tell us what the sergeant said, but says it made the situation worse.
I find it to be inappropriate and unprofessional because what he did is
That also leads me to believe that it's not a white bitch. Because he won't say what he said to her. Or what she said to him. With his rabbit teeth.
He escalated the situation when calm was actually required.
You see the cuffed man back away in the back seat as Sergeant Police leans into the car.
And we saw that he had pepper spray in his hand. Was he threatening to use that on the cuffed suspect?
The pepper spray was out and aimed at the...
That's a yes or no, asshole. Was the pepper spray... It's a yes or no.
The
Just a
pepper spray
second.
was out.
Police leans into the car.
And we saw that he had pepper spray in his hand. Was he threatening to use that?
Was he threatening to use that? And she's being careful too. Because the question is, did he spray the dude? Like we all here because this dude grabbed the chick's neck. That's why we're all here. That's why we're all here. So that's the question. But she gives a softball. And then giving him a softball, so he gives a softball answer. Go.
On the cuffed suspect?
The pepper spray was out.
We know that. That wasn't the question. Bucktooth.
And aimed at the suspect.
Suddenly, an officer...
And then they just go on. No pressing for the answer. No pressing for the answer. You see? And I remind you, most of these people in media have a law degree, bitch. A law degree. That's why I tell you, have your children get you a damn law degree. Don't accept shit else. That or business degree. But a law degree, even over a business degree. Or a business law degree. That's something else. Anyway, so she knows how to, and she's a reporter. You're the media. Your whole life and your check rides on you being able to ask questions, to interrogate, to get the story. But they just went on. You see how it was edited? I'll take it back and go on. After he gives a non-answer. She asks a non-question, he gives a non-answer, and they edit to the next section. Go.
As Sergeant Police leans into the car.
And we saw that he had pepper spray in his hand. Was he threatening to use that on the cuffed suspect?
The pepper spray was out and
choke.
Aimed at the suspect.
Suddenly, an officer races
Suddenly. You see? You forget that. It's suddenly. An officer races in like Wonder Woman without the lasso, though.
Use that on the cuffed suspect?
The pepper spray was out and aimed at the suspect.
Suddenly, an officer races towards the sergeant and pulls him by the belt with both hands away from the car. Sergeant Police, pepper spray still in one hand, grabs the officer with the other and pushes her against a patrol car.
But wait. Nobody else there rushes in. So even if you didn't agree with what she did, now he's doing this. Nobody else out there, and there's more than one cruiser, rush in and say, nah, this is a woman, not right here. You felt, no, nothing. So, I mean, there's a million things wrong with this, but you're supposed to see it and focus just on, oh my God, he grabbed her by the throat, when there's a million other things happening in this piece, and that's why the Jedi speaks.
The initial contact between the sergeant and the officer was his hand against her throat.
Watch again from both camera angles. It's
both.
quick, but the sergeant's hand is at her neck before moving to her shoulder. Seconds later, he walks back to the car with the cuffed suspect, opens the door and closes it before pointing at the officer and
No doubt screaming some epithet at our brother and then slamming the door like he's a 3-year-old. That's how you do kids. I told you you're not going to the store. You're going to stay here till me and your mother come out. Slam the door. That's what that was. That's what it was. We're almost to the end.
Between the sergeant and the officer was his hand against her throat.
Watch again from both camera angles. It's quick, but the sergeant's hand is at her neck before moving to her shoulder. Seconds later, he walks back to the car with the cuffed suspect, opens the door and closes it before pointing at the officer and saying something. Chief Rosas says the young officer did the right thing.
So I'm very proud of this police officer. She took some definitive action. I can only imagine what she must be feeling.
He's very proud of this police, and then it ends there. He's very proud of this police officer, and she's the greatest thing since there wasn't such thing as a police force. And it was all, you know, Now, I want to come to an article that I pulled. Did I pull two? I pulled one. I thought I pulled two. This isn't going to tell us anything. When is this from? There's no date. Associated Press, 22nd July. What is today? 29th July. This is a value because he's been charged now, I presume. So, Florida liar and paid murderer. Come on. Charged with grabbing officer by the throat. Sunrise Police. Fat ass. Charged with battery on a law enforcement officer. Charged with battery on a law enforcement officer. That's what you and I would get. So, what was the sentence then? Or what's, I mean, let's read first. All right. Sunrise, Florida, because everything happens in Florida. A South Florida police sergeant who was recorded grabbing a colleague by the neck when she tried to de-escalate a situation involving a suspect is facing 4 criminal charges, prosecutors announced Thursday. Prosecutors announced. Our hands are tied. We're too busy with other cases. We can't because we're so cozy up with the police. Nothing we could do. Where's that other? We don't have any other cases? Well, I think we're about to get other cases. So we can't take it. We can't. Prosecutors announced on Thursday. Sunrise Police asshole was charged Wednesday with battery on a law enforcement officer, tampering with evidence, assault on a law enforcement officer, and assault on a civilian. What? So the brother's getting some, what? According to a Broward County, because everything's Broward County in Florida. Don't go to Broward County in Florida. According to Broward State Attorney's Office news release, the asshole was previously placed on paid administrative leave. So, okay, I'm glad we're reading this. The 21-year veteran, they're not veterans, everybody. These are not veterans. They will never be veterans. Do you understand? I take issue with any of these paid murderers being called veterans because real veterans bought into the Kool-Aid and the glare of this country, and they put on uniforms and they went and fought these corporate aggressions in other places. And many of them are on the street now. You know, strung out on drugs and alcohol and all kinds of shit. Those are veterans. These assholes get paid leave when they murder somebody. They can quit before they're going to get fired, get their pension the rest of their life. There's no veteran going on here. So let's just throw that out. All right? Throw that out. A 21-year employee of the department had been placed on desk duty last November, because they get that. But let you come up $5 short on your drawer at McDonald's, you're out of there. 5 days after the altercation with the other officer, the suspect had been handcuffed and placed into a cruiser when the asshole pointed pepper spray at him. Officials said. The unidentified female officer, who she should be identified, ran to the asshole and pulled him back by the belt away from the suspect. The video shows, and the asshole turned and put his left hand around her throat. We already saw that the investigation was conducted by Sunrise Police at Broward State Attorney's Office, blah, 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 blah. So, I'm not understanding, first of all, to blur out the faces of the other cops is because of what I said. That's why they want you to focus only on he's putting her hand on her throat. Because you need to show the other people that didn't help her. that didn't help her. So while he sat up there saying, oh, I'm very proud of this officer, and she's the greatest thing since there was anything, such thing as a police force, oh my God, we bow down to her. Then, and even the reporter didn't press and say, well, what about all the other police officers that were out there? Because it takes 50 of them to arrest one fucking black person that weighed probably 150 pounds. What about them? Why didn't they do anything? Why did this come to your desk? Why didn't they crush his face out there in the field? I mean, you know. So let us be clear about what it is we're saying. Hold on. Let us be very clear. Let us be very clear. As I always tell you, I only speak if I feel like I have a perspective that I don't think will be heard or thought of if I don't bring it or say it, you know. And that is my intention here, you know. They blurred every face except for his. Why? Because you'll see it's more impressing on the psyche. You just see these blurred out things. It's again, it's living in America. It's living in America where there is no reality. So you see blurred faces, and it's just a blurred face, and it's fine. That's why many of you sit and have full relationships with people online that you never fucking see. You understand? You don't have no thumbnail picture. You don't produce no video. You're pathetic. You are. But you're also a product of this environment. That's not humanity to me. That's not. That's not humanity. That's not humanity. That's not humanity. But if you see the faces in the video, then your natural thing should be, well, how come they're not helping her? Everybody just kind of went hands off. Well, that's between them. We don't know what to do. We can't help. That's what's happening. That's what's happening. But the collusion, as I said, of the media, the reporter, not asking the proper question and then doing a follow-up question didn't happen. Because, and why I'm so shocked that the prosecutor brought charges is because they're in bed and then the fucking media makes a threesome. That's your threesome. That's your Trinity. Father, Son, Holy Ghost. There it is right there. The media, the police, and the fucking prosecutors. They're all one. The police want to enjoy a level of bullying that they don't want to afford to the rest of society. And that's why I say it's time that you treat them not like some honorable brigade of people there to protect you and to look out for you. They're there to harass you, to fucking incarcerate you, to take your money, wreck your life. Just all things bad. That's what they're there for. Here in California, you get a DUI, they fucking take your car. How's anybody supposed to do anything about it? How about you close down the fucking liquor stores? How about that? Look, another DUI, we have to close the liquor store down. Well, we have to. No, because money is the god of white people because they don't have a book or a prophet ever. So, damn it, money will be our god. And so, by God, you have to go to jail and we're ruining your life. While I go in and buy a fifth of gin. I'm being ridiculous, but I'm not. That's how it is. So they're there for that. That's why their budgets are usually bigger than the whole fucking city budget. Just for fucking police? Fine, you want to give them that? Then they should have a law degree. That way they can cite, areas of the law and break it down by subdivision and shit. You should have to have no less than 2% body fat. You should look like a fucking superhero, not some lard fat ass. I mean, we're giving the, I always tell you, you don't get the credit without the work on anything in life. You don't get that. So, but they want that. They want all the credit and all the sympathy, and they don't do anything but make lives worse for people. We still don't know what happened to this brother that they were going to pepper spray. Was he beat up later at the police station? I don't know. We don't know. We don't know. We don't know. We don't know. I want to quickly come to you and see who's here and what you're saying. And be sure that everybody's thumbsing up. It's very hot, y'all. I'm going to be up and down turning this air on and off because I can't do this. This is a sacrifice for me. I need you to be aware of that. So I might be sitting up here making it look very easy to you, but I need to let you know I'm really suffering so that you can understand that. Don't take my shit for granted. I'm about to get low battery alerts. Okay. Pi, I think is your name. If that's what you're rolling with, Pi, shout out to you. Dr. Lee, natural. Progesterone cream. Progesterone, natural progesterone cream helps men with prostate cancer. I will keep that in mind in case I hear something I don't want to hear. But also camel's milk cures it. And then you say it's called progesterol. Thank you, Pi. I appreciate that though. Thank you so much. Black Beauty always, a shout out to you. Ray Supreme, a big shout out to you, my brother. Anjane 23, I'm so sad we didn't get a chance to speak. I'm a hostage on the phone, dude. I am. And then but I'm sorry, Anjane. Shout out to you. You say, there are no good ones because there can't be. You're so right. They attack the good cops and get rid of them quick. And we saw even a case I brought for you a few years ago in Buffalo. It was a sister. She just won her case like recently. She was reinstated or made whole in some sort of way or whatever it was because she had stopped somebody from attacking a suspect. And they came down on her, putting dead rats on her car and threatening her and all the shit. Like, fuck police, man. Fuck police. If you're a police, fuck you and the bitch that gave birth to you. Won't got no love for you. Sorry that you picked that career, but you're a bastard and an asshole. You just are. You just are, because you know what it is. You know what you signed up for. Don't act like you're in the boys choir or some bullshit. Like, ooh, that's what I said. No. You're amongst terrorists, and that makes you a terrorist. He feels like she took up for the black man being arrested. That was the real problem. Thank you also, Anjane, because I was going to make that point as well. You know, that's why it's so important to know, well, who is she? Who is she? He's been charged now, bitch, come out and reveal. I mean, am I out of line here? Let me look. Sergeant seen grabbing, facing battery. I want to know who the fuck is she? It's a stretch. Let me see if I can put in and just Sunrise officer who was choked on duty something. Vomit. Ooh. Oh, that's back. Okay. Sergeant's charged with felony battery after he grabbed the throat. Okay, that's fine. But who is she? We're probably not going to know. Like, because again, the media and the police work together. If it was me and you, the name would have been leaked already. Certainly if it was the brother in the back of the car, if it was the issue with him, they would have already leaked his name, his entire fucking social media, what his mother does. It would all have been there. But we're not going to know, sadly, with her, at least not now. You know, maybe she shows up in a 2020 piece, you know. What you recall, you know, and there'll be the whole lead into the story and the bullshit. I can't. I'm just scanning. This is CNN. And they want stuff. That didn't intend for humans to read it. The sergeant, that's him, during the arrest, blah. The female officer, that's they're not good with it. We don't know. We're not gonna know, y'all. Yeah. We're not gonna know. That's one ugly white bitch. Federal government executes the first woman in nearly 7 years. Good, finally. Ugh. I can't. So there are no good police. There aren't. They don't allow that. They don't allow that. They don't. Because they're not there for that. You know, it's kind of, I forget the terminology that you use for it. And I hate art imitates life because that's the bullshit. But the fact of the matter is that, you know, a lot of people out there now, you know, they watch too many fucking police shows and police watch police shows, you know, and they have just materialized what is in a lot of these police shows. But also know that when you read the credits or you read up on a police show, you'll see that the producers, the director, the writer, people like that, they go out, they went with police departments in the country and rode along with them and hung out with members, you know, to find what the characters should do, what's accurate in the bullshit. So, you know, like I used to watch The Shield, and there's never been a more rotten depiction of police on TV than The Shield or My Turban. I'm over it. This is one piece, by the way. Sometimes I do two. This is just one. It's just how you work the cloth, homie. Nick Cannon, you need to call me. Anyways, he's not calling. He did call. Okay. I'll get back to him. But it was entertaining, but that goes on. You know, when we heard about this building they had in Chicago where they were literally taking people and torturing, you know, our people, of course it was. You know, I mean, I cannot stand police. I'm so hard with it. I told you guys the story. My friend Gwen, her then dude, his daughter, Shauna, she's a Detroit police officer. Bitch, if you're listening, hear me now. But I was still in my wheelchair. And Gwen, they had a big house. So she was like, why don't you come over to, and her sister cook. They cook. They cook. They cook, man. They just cook. Some people can just really give it, man. Just really, it seems like they don't even have to really put in a real effort to it. And they have that. Anyway, so her dude's daughter was coming from Detroit to visit. That's when I met her. I was taken by her the moment I laid eyes on her, but I didn't let that on. So, long story short, we were going to go in that direction of a relationship. I'll say it that way. Some things went on that I can't talk about. But when I learned that she was a Detroit police officer, it just killed it for me. She's beautiful. She was very sweet, you know. In fact, how we even interacted was because we were all in the den watching a movie. I'll never forget, it was the Zac Efron movie where he's 17 again or some shit. And he goes back and anyway. It's the first time I hear his name, and it's like one of these names. I'm like, fuck that, I don't want to hear about it. But here he was. I'm watching it now. I'm like, okay, I get why he's a big deal. He's a good actor. It's a whole thing. Anyway, I remember it because of that. And she just made overtures, and then when everybody else was gone, she was like, can I kiss you? And I'm like, yes, you can. And then even when she went back to Detroit, we were still Skyping, and you know, so, but I'm just trying to say that, like, that killed it for me. Because that means you're somebody else. Even if you're not, that means you're taken by that bureaucracy. You can't be an individual in that. You going along. And it goes against everything I stand for. How am I going to face my brothers if my woman is the fucking Fed? Nah. How can I speak as I'm speaking now? You see, this is why I don't understand people that these Negroes, these Negro types, who get with these white demon people, and I don't accept you no more. I can't. By default, you don't speak for our side anymore. You can't. I'm going to show you somebody else I came across. This made me vomit. I only saved it to show to you. Wallahi. This dude, I feel like he's from Africa. He's from Africa, but I feel like he's British, or like British African, like one of these people moved to Britain. I don't know. It was, and there he is with all these white kids. I wanted to say all kinds of things to this dude, but all I could say, I just typed in, I said, so where are the black kids at? You know, I'm not trying to be mean, but don't act like ain't nobody gonna ask you this question. It's so disgusting because he's even, the way he's gushing over the children, like the white glow is, I feel like he may have nutted on himself. We're still checking the DNA. I don't have that evidence yet. I just don't have it. I don't want things to overheat, and this is taking time to load. Let me turn on the air. This is taking forever to load.
Okay, my dime speak of the moment.
That's not even the video. Go back. No, you didn't need to go back. Ooh, it's the next one. Damn it.
Zay has something to share with you. So, I leave today and...
Oh, wait. That was it.
Zay has something to share with you.
The title of the video is My Son Visiting Bio Mom First Time After 5 Years. I don't know why it made me click on it. Well, I'll just offer it up for your review. And when I hit 1 to bring you in, it moves the video. So it's perfect because that look on his face describes everything you will need to know. Wallah. Oh, wait, my image. Wait, y'all. I knew I wasn't centered. Okay. hear just a little bit of this because you don't need it all. Well, you should see the Demon Kids first.
Yes, it's 4 years.
This is.
You belong
Wait.
in our home.
The music even makes me puke. Thank God I've got my punch. I need to hear the music.
My first time as as a dad taking in teenagers with little ones, they go back home and always walk with their parents. They're under my care, so I'm the legal guardian. But
So I'm the legal guardian, and and I wouldn't have any black kids because I think I'm white.
18-year-old. So Zay is 18, almost 19, and he can make any decision he wants because he's no longer under the care of the state. So
he goes on and on.
He came to me and he said, I didn't know he was talking to his mom, but which is good, because we want them to be connected.
Which is good. That's how it's so.
To their biological family, but I didn't know that they were talking more, and then I got a surprise ask like, hey, I'm going to visit my, mom tomorrow, out of the blue. One, I was shocked, but two, as a parent, I think we get to love them. We get to be there.
You should be vomiting by now, so I won't torture you any further with that portion of it. Just you need to see the Demon Kids in action a little bit and we'll be over it.
For your mom to see you. So what do you think you're gonna do?
I don't know. She said that we're gonna have fun though.
So what if you get there 2 days and then either things that...
Oh, I also put in the comment, are we back to Michael Jackson again? Is my comment on here? Let's just, right there. I go, where are the black children? Question marks. And I don't mean to be insulting, but don't act as if no one is going to ask this question. Where are the black children? Are we back to Michael Jackson again? It had to be asked.
Good or things that are questionable?
No, it is what it is.
But just, I'm a phone call away, let me know if you want to come back anytime. You want to stay as much as you want. It's all good, right? What do you want him to tell his mom?
To go to Costco and buy food.
All right, you've seen enough of the Demon Children. You've seen it. You saw it. You saw the evidence. You saw it. But I just bring that to say what I was making about the point, like it's a contradiction, you can't, you just have necessarily crossed over to the other side once you've done that, you just have. I saw, and I don't know if anybody caught it, but I saw this brother in the Gambia. Apparently there's a lot going on with black folks in the Gambia from this damn asshole the devil. Like, they can't get it together. There's dissension and division, there's backbiting, there's attacks going on. I'm like, what are y'all doing? Anyway, that's how I came across this dude. But why I bring him now is because when he was sitting up there talking, anytime I hear you say our white brothers and sisters, I'm done. Click to something else. Ain't shit else you got to, not just literally, but figuratively in life too. Like, that's just the end of it. We have to be, as African people, cultivating black relationships, everybody. That's it. We don't have time for this universal love shit. We don't have time for that. We're under under attack. We're at war. Nobody is playing fuzzy footsies in war, except for black people. Literally, nobody else on earth is doing that or has done that. It's sad. It's sad. And we don't allow white people to define our state of being or our reactions or definitions of experiences, We define that. Us and only us. Nobody else. And so what we proclaim is that part of being black is that you deal with only black. That's it. I just saw, and I'm going to do a piece on this on my other channel, but I'll say it this way over here. There's others taking over in Gambia and in many parts of Africa, you know, because we just won't fucking get it together as a people. Won't do it. Nope, I can't. Nope, I won't do right. Nope. Everybody is just focused on their damn self, and while everybody else is unifying against us. Everybody. So if you're not dealing with black, I don't deal with you. I just don't. And I've always been this way, because, and that's why I know it comes from the spirit, because nobody told me this. I just knew it. I don't know the first time. I don't remember when. I don't remember who it was. But the first time that I ever, because it feels like a betrayal. It feels like a betrayal. I think that's the best way to describe it. It feels like a betrayal. Like, how are you? I can't. So, this sister was definitely off the radar. And I was over her. And maybe she would have been a fantastic wife and all that stuff, but I'll never know. You know, what's for you is for you, but not only that, you have to stand your fucking ground, and you have to have principles and convictions in life, and I am one damn convicted dude, and that can be, you know, a cross and a blessing all at the same time. I want to come back to your comments. Portia Snelling, good to see your name. Good evening, Jedi and everyone. I live about 30 minutes from Sunrise. Yes, Broward County Police are notorious for I think it says for this, unfortunately. Let me see if I can see it better on here, Portia. Yeah, are notorious for this, unfortunately. And not just them, it's all of them across the country. It's all police. All of them. All. Moon Goddess, shout out to you, and salam, and shalom. Anjane, Law and Crime Network on YouTube has the video with sound. Did y'all not hear the sound? I heard it. Stay aware. Do things big. That's a whole name. That's a statement. Shout out to you. You say this was in Florida, and here in Florida, this police and sheriff always get away with whatever they want. The police officer who grabbed that woman's police officer neck, he even just got out of on bond. And I know that because when I was looking for something else, there was something, I didn't share it with you guys, but there was something that happened in January. I'll just call you aware. So, yes, and you go on to say the bad police is not out of jail without even any consequences. That's just the worst of all real talk. Real talk, stay aware. This is the Jedi. I expect my people, whether you're witnessing me online or in person. I'm not perfect, but I want you to be as good or better than as I try to be. This is not acceptable. You need to proofread before you hit send on this channel. I'm going to read it. I appreciate that you took the time to sit here and watch me, and that you felt engaged enough to to have your say. I want you to have your say, but I also want to be able to read it. That's not acceptable to this realm. Do better. That's for everybody. Sweet D, shout out to you. Silent Smart Moves, another title. Shout out to you. That's how bad he wants to be. Wait, just crazy and shameful, honestly. You meant white. I see the asterisk. It's shameful. I mean, he's glowing. And then there's another video where they're out in public. They go to like a mall, and his brother, was it his brother, is coming to visit, and he's going to meet his kids, you know. And you showed up meeting all these white kids, but alas, he showed up with a white bitch on his arm. So it was just, I can't. It's just no. And there is a white glow that still goes over with Africans, everybody. I was watching one of the old videos of Black Acres of the Gambia. The family, Rick and Cynthia. And they were in some little traffic altercation type thing. It wasn't anything major. And I could hear her saying they're going to take the white people's side, the European side, you know. Like, you know. And there's still that glow. I've heard sisters talk about, and brothers talk about how they be someplace and the white people get served and they just, you know, you just like some chopped meat. I've heard them say that about even in Ghana, you know. Yeah, I'm here to destroy all of that when I get to Africa, you know. Because I'm a tough egg to crack. And I just feel like just being around my brothers, and they hear me proclaim the white man's devil enough, eventually they're going to have to say, why'd you say white man's devil? And it's going to be a 15-hour lecture. That's just what it is. And then hopefully I get some, what do you call that? Disciples who help me spread that message. We got to change across the earth how African people deal with white people. You understand? We can't allow any of them to get away with anything. And we can't allow, we should be over embracing them for any reason at all. You know? We know what it is. You know, it's one of the reasons why they gave you The Boy Who Cried Wolf when you were a child. You know? That was just supposed to have been a children's fable or tale. But no, not so much. There's wisdom in that. The Boy Who Cried Wolf. You know? The story doesn't go far enough. Because, and that's probably on purpose, because it would probably teach if it did. Do you understand? The story doesn't go far enough to say that if and it doesn't need to, if you ever read this to your children or whatever, you should just have told them, you know, like if they continue to go for this, then they some bullshit. But how the story goes is at some point they just didn't believe the kid, and then it really was a wolf, and they didn't believe him, and now here comes a wolf. Well, that's how the story ends. This is the devil. It's been the devil since beginning of where the fuck they began at. It's going to be the devil to the end. And so you have that assurity. You see? And we should just be reacting as such. And they don't have any ground to protest, because if they come back with, I can't believe, we say, no, bitch, go look at your people. Open anything right now and read it. Get out my face. Done. It's that easy. It's that easy. Anjane, you say he's trying so hard to mask his accent and sound white. Thank you. You are my disciple. Notice how even though the white children were raised by this man, they still sound white. Thank you. And not only that, but they still look like, it's kind of like Michael Jackson's alleged oldest child, Prince. I'm over it. He turned into a fat, beer-drinking, redneck white demon. it didn't matter. You out at Neverland and you're traveling the earth and you know, and you got all this blackness around you. That don't mean nothing. But that's also a perfect showing to you that they are born a certain way. That's that. Like, you don't change a cat to a fucking, to nothing. It's like cat. That's it. It's going to do cat stuff. I don't care how many puppies you got running around the house and a lizard. That cat is going to do cat stuff. This is the same thing with white people. They do white people stuff. That's the truth of it. That's the truth of it. Yes, they still sound white. And still doing white stuff. I mean, you saw it. Silent, smart moves. Exactly. Just like Michael Jackson, this people do have serious problems. Honestly, they need to seek help like now. Well, let's not be so tough on Michael, because I will fight your ass. But I take your point, you know, but this isn't like that. I made the Michael Jackson reference because all his kids were fucking white. But you don't know this. I've also been specific to say, as it relates to Michael Jackson and his white-ass children, I just think that Michael was taken by the likes of Liz Taylor and Liza Minnelli, that fucking puppet that she walked around married to, David something. There was just too many white people around Michael. And I just know somebody said, you should do this, Michael. You know, and we don't know what pressure he was under. We don't know the mail that he got. The phone calls that he got. Remember, this is a brother that had been on an investigation by the FBI for 10 years. For 10 years, they were investigating Michael Jackson. 10 fucking years. So, it may have just been a move. He loved children. And Michael didn't think the white man is the devil. So, I could see him ending up with these 3 kids. But still, you had a cook that was a sister. She couldn't have bore you a child. I mean, don't even get me started. But just, it's not the same thing with Michael. It's just not. You go on. You say, it's crazy that accent. It's crazy that they can't accent who they are in the first place. How they really should be honest. That man has serious problems waiting to be the way he was born. Wanting to be the way he was born. I'm going to have to buy a vowel. Silent, smart moves. Not very smart. So proofread. If you can't read it, I can't read it. You go on. He wants to change. They way he was born, he has problems. I have no idea what you've communicated, neither does anybody else. Sweet D, black people are lost in the sauce. That is the truth. It burdens on somebody like me, man. Most black people aren't, but I ain't me, so I wish sometimes I had that give a fuck. I don't have it. I don't have it. Stay aware. Is all over America, but the worst thing is here in Florida. They are supported by all Republicans. That's why so many police and sheriffs in Florida keep on getting away with stuff like this. That's a very good point, and I could actually read it. It's a very good point, because yes, because it's always the Republicans that are trying. You know, it's like I said, there's only one party. There's no Democrat and Republican. They're just playing good cop, bad cop. We see that in Joe Biden. If you didn't see it before now, you should definitely be seeing it. But yes, it is true, you know, because Republicans are just out of the closet, hate black folks. All the other white people are just faking it, you know. So that's a very good point. Bay Girl, shout out to you. Melanin 100, Shalom. There was a case in the UK where a cop punched an innocent handcuffed child in the face while subjecting the child to racial and discriminatory abuse. The cop was found out because he forgot he was wearing a body camera. In court, his excuse was his punches and racist behavior was an accident. They are all cavemen. Separate, separate, separate. That's it, man. That's it. Oop. Some kind of fruit fly or something is on me. Some kind of fruit bug. Ronaldo, shout out to you. I just seen you. I was about to scroll back up and your name popped up. Oh my God. Greetings to you, brother. You are why I'm doing this damn piece. Separate, separate, separate. That's it, everybody. You know, that's ultimately. Don't be seduced or allowed to feel that you're racist or you know, like I've told you, I proudly proclaim myself, I am a black separatist. Record this shit and play it for anybody who want to hear it. I am a black separatist. Yes, the fuck I am. I am a black separatist, bitch. Because when they use this language, they use it as if it's something derogatory. You know, recent stories I've brought you, they describe people as, you know, so-and-so is a black separatist. So what, bitch? So? From your white ass. They never say separatist from what? Just as a black separatist. Ooh, they want to be alone. How dare. You see? I'm not even so sure that the whole Jonestown, Jim Jones thing was as they say it. I don't have that evidence. I don't have it. I don't have it. I don't have it. And until I hear from Jim Jones, which that won't be happening, then it's all a lie. That's how I feel about it, you know. But we can't, you rope back in because you're seen as the subversive, you know. It's almost a requirement that you like white people. I'm here to crash that shit and say it's not. It's absolutely the extreme opposite. It's imperative that you don't like them. It's imperative. Imperative, imperative, imperative. And with that knowledge, then you get away from their ass. Let me turn off the air. Y'all don't know, sometimes I get up and go turn it off or turn it on. I don't want to come back over here. I just want to stand there. Like, they just gonna sit there. I ain't coming back. Never. I've said to you a million times, my parents, and you, if you're a parent, you need to give this to your children, no matter what their age is. You know, even if they're grown now and you never told them, it's not too late. They still breathe, and so do you, and white people are still the same, and the condition of African people, most importantly, is still the same with their presence. You need to let your children know what my parents told me. They just made it very clear to me, these people are not your friend. The white man is the devil. That's it. You know, even the Nation of Islam, their Final Call newspaper, which it used to be called the Muhammad Speaks, then it was the Bilalian News, then it's... Anyways, then it was the Final Call. Anyway, I don't know if they're still doing it, but on the back they used to print this, like the white man's the devil, and that's what it was, you know? And it's one of the things that white media pulls out now anytime they want to slander the Nation of Islam. And I've even heard people in different countries, you know, when they were talking about the Nation of Islam. They say, I think that they know they say the white man is the devil, as if it's some novice fact, or they found, you know, King Tut's your mother or something, you know, be that you know, adjacent and shit, you know. No, the white man is the devil. What do you have most evidence of? That's what I always say. It's one thing to take a statement as being hyperbolic or dramatic or insulting. Oh, I can't believe you said that. But did you think about what I said? Did you hear it? Did you contemplate it? Did you factor it as true or untrue? That's the thing. It's like what I've talked about with the Earth being a globe. It's not a fucking globe. Whatever else we want to say it is, it ain't a globe. And it ain't moving at 1,000 miles an hour. That's 100% true. Period. Don't tell me shit else. Don't. Because what do you have more evidence of? You see? Goes back to our main story. When this happens, it's the police chief says, you know, this tape speaks for itself. But when it was Rodney King, it was frame by frame. Oh, well, there he's rising. He might just had a fucking muscle twitch because you're beating his ass. Well, there he's rising. Well, look, there he's trying to get away. There he's, what? I see you kicking somebody's ass and practically killing them is what I see. You see? But one of their mystical evil powers is to make you believe something other than what you're actually saying. And like they've told you, the sun is 93 million miles away. By the way, when you do the numbers of everything that is so many miles away, it always turns out to be 666. I don't know if you knew that. But no, because no matter if it's that many miles away, I would just receive its light. I wouldn't see the fucking sun itself. You would not see the source. You would not see the source. I've been on many stages. The spotlight can be so blind on you. It's right there. But the spotlight is so bright, you can't see the fucking spotlight or the fucking camera, the dude working the spotlight. You just see the fucking light, and it's right there. So this thing is 93 million miles away, and I see it in the sky in all its glory. But I'm supposed to believe it's 93 million miles away. Kiss my entire ass. My entire ass. Like, all of it. But this is one of their mystical powers. Forget we're the people that, while you're here on this land, forget that we've denied you're the native people. Forget that we took your music and your religion, your entire fucking way of life, and your whole understanding of existence. It's just me grinning white bitch now. And I don't hate you. Or if they're too lazy to do this now because they're too fat. It's just this. This. Even when it's a fucking tight ponytail, this shit. I may pull something, so you guys be ready. I could pull. I could. There. I almost pulled something. But we're supposed to buy into that. I need you to understand how psychotic it is. Because you would do the same shit for your next door neighbor. I don't care what they look like. Let them do one thing. They hit your car. Maybe y'all have parking spaces together. They dinged your door. And they didn't say sorry. And they had an attitude or whatever. You're over their ass. Like, fuck them. I don't talk to them. They dinged my car. And that'll be your story. Everybody comes to your house to visit. This is the only fucking thing on earth that we're supposed to vanquish all common sense and natural response just for fucking white people. I ain't doing that. I'm not doing that. I told you guys several months ago. Well, maybe it's several months now. I don't know. I told you my house was flooded. The bathtub filled up. My house was flooded. I was in here for weeks with towels and wringing them out. I mean, I wore myself out. My nephew was like, why don't you just call them? I go, I don't want to bother them. I just don't feel like I don't want to bother them. I just thought I could take care of it myself. I spent untold amounts of money on fucking Drano and liquid plumber. Nothing fucking worked. I finally sounded the alarm. And after feces start coming up out of the thing, and it was like, it was a whole thing. Don't you know these motherfuckers send me a fucking bill for the plumber that I'm not paying? This is 1, 2, 3, 4. This is the 4th place I've rented from them. And in 20 years damn near, I never had a fucking single plumbing problem. I'm still the same dude. I still do the same shit. Even earlier on when I had my toilet did something, they put out a little notice like trying to insinuate, but I immediately fired back like, nah, bitch. I buy 4 rolls of toilet paper to a pack for $1 at the fucking whatever's a dollar store wherever I live, and that fucking I can show you better than I can tell you. Here's the last 4-pack of toilet paper that I bought. I just took the last 2 rolls out because there's 2 holders in my bathroom. I write the date on it. That one is 5/30 of this year. January, February, March, April, May. June, July, we're going to be in August. And I still got 2 whole rolls of toilet paper left. So if it took me this long to go through 2, you can imagine how long it's going to take me to go through the others. And oh, by the way, I probably wouldn't be this far along, but I was using toilet paper for something else. I can't remember. Sometimes you use toilet paper. Anyways, my point is, and I always get the kind that's the cheapest. And you see it says on here, well, somewhere on here, it lets you know that this tissue is like, but I don't need it to tell me that, because as soon as water touches it, it fucking vanishes right in your face. So, like, I can't. But my point is that the plumber said it was grease. Well, I don't use any oils that are solid at room temperature. I don't. I use olive oil and I use canola oil. I mostly use olive oil, and when I'm using olive oil, obviously I'm eating that. But my thing is, I don't have a track record of being that tenant that's got shit backing up. It's your unit. It's not me, bitch. You see? But oh, how quickly they turn. And it's like $200-something. Not paying it. Not paying it. And oh, by the way, whereas as I was going to try to do things the right way, give a notice type thing, and I don't give a notice. Depends on how I feel that day. Today, not so much. But not so much. Not today. I don't know. I don't know what can happen. It's all sketchy. It's all in the air. It's all in the air. I don't know. Anything can happen. We only have evidence of this. That's it. I even bitched out some Arabs on their channel because they went to the Gambia. There they were stepping off the fucking airplane. And I don't know what dialect of Arabic they're speaking. I still don't know what country they're from, because I couldn't pick up all the words. And a lot of Arabs mumble when they speak. I've told you in the past, just because somebody speaks another language, don't always think that they're being articulate. Like these people I was just getting on earlier, they speak perfect English, but you read their stuff and you're like, what? You don't know. I learned that, like, when I speak Spanish, even, because Spanish is so prevalent here where I live, I hear how they speak back to me. There's a lot of illiterate people, man, no matter what language you speak. That don't mean you smart. But there they were coming off the plane in Gambia. And the first thing they were saying is Gambia smells different. The smell is different. I thought they were going to say maybe I don't know what the fuck. But then the main fucker who I want to kill when I see him said that it stinks. Every place they went, they hated the food. One of the main dishes in Gambia is benachin. It's like their version of jollof rice. People come from far wide to have that. They hated it. Well, you're a stinking Arab. And they were Muslim. We put that in high quotations. Because I wish I could find that video, because I would love to read you my diatribe that I left for them. It was very crushing. This is why I'm on you all about your articulation when you write. I can crush you with a letter. I write you a letter, I can crush you dead. It's all about how you write. Do you understand? And people always told me I write the way that I speak. I don't know if I can make that claim on social media. I usually speak when I'm texting. But I know the power of words. And what's also so effective about words is they go straight to the soul. They have to read those words. They've never met me. They can't hear my voice. They can only read the words that I left. So I make my mark. I make my mark. And there's no rebuttal that can be had. You see? I know the power of communication, the power of it, but the power of words, you must know. You must develop that to be effective, because as you march through existence, you are a human being with a free will. You have to be able to put your will over on your environment in a way that is whatever you're there for. If it's to help, to tear down, to whatever, you need to be able to put your will over. Certainly, especially for men, you need to be able to put your will over. You need to be able to put your will over. I don't know how to, maybe I'll find another way to express that, but anyways, there's Domada and Yassa. These are, you go to Gambia, that's the main dishes you should order, you know, or ask anybody for, or they're probably going to serve you, or whatever it's going to be. And it's just from one thing to the next, they were disrespecting. And even when they got to their Airbnb, they were like, I mean, if you want to call this nice, it's clean. So it wasn't a 50-star fucking hotel, but it was clean. Take your bitch ass back on the plane. You know, I mean, I was personally insulted. Even the way they treated the driver when they were leaving the airport. The brother was speaking in Arabic to them. They don't understand. Arabic is our language, bitch. Arabic was with Africans before your beige ass just showed up, however the fuck you came to be, by way of some white demon, no doubt. It's our language. It's ours. Arabic is no different than Swahili, Tree, Wolof, whatever you're going to name. It's our language. We're the first people to speak anything, anywhere, ever. Arabic is one of our languages. Damn it. So they were astonished that this brother, he goes, oh, you speak Arabia so well. Did you learn it in some fucking Arab country? No, bitch. I didn't need to. We learned it here. You know, but I get that. You know, soon as you, even when I say my name, I go, oh, how do you have this name? How do you have, bitch, my parents named me. How did you get your fucked up name? How'd you get it? You see, it's this thing. So we have to put up with it from them and this white devil. I'm over it, man. I'm over it. Nobody that I watch in Gambia has really shown white people. And I'm always checking the background. In fact, there's a sister that I communicate with where I heard one of our premier sheikhs in Islam. She was in a shop. But there's many mosques in Gambia. And a lot of times you can hear the brothers preaching over the speaker just out on the street. I love that. So while she's shopping, I'm hearing this brother. So I type her, I go, is that Mufti Mink? That's got to be him. Sure enough, she typed me back. She goes, that's him. But my point is, I'm paying attention. I'm looking at the background. And I get very upset when I can't see that. Or if you got too much whatever going on. You know, one of the things that pisses me off when I see people, there's a sister I was watching the other day. I think she's from the Gambia. She's a young girl. She was flying back to Gambia, and the media interviewed her when she got there. You know, like they were there with the lights and everything when she came off the plane, and she was like, and then she put on the screen, the moment my mom told me I was going to be interviewed. I still don't know what, I have to go back and watch, like, why are you being interviewed? Like, it wasn't like I was arriving or something, so not understanding, so that's not even, anyway. But what I'm going to say about her is that she's an example of one thing that I hate is, like, they'll say, okay, so here I go, guys, I'm going to so-and-so, and they start this fucking music. Two reasons why I hate that. A, the music is louder than you are, so now I got to turn my volume down. So that's a strike. And the other thing is that you're playing music at all, because now I'm being robbed of the sound of the atmosphere. I need to hear that. I need to hear that. I just need to hear that. And it also changes how you feel about what it is you're seeing. Music is very dangerous, everybody, if it's not used properly. It can be very dangerous. And you're looking at somebody who, I am music, and I can tell you this. You know, I give you an example. One that, even for this sister, there was one time, she must have took the kitchen sink, because she had, like, whatever the plane weighs, it only weighed that because of her bags, not anybody else, or the plane, or the passengers. No, just her ass. Just her bags. But at one point, she was really struggling with this bunch of bags. But there's this music that's exactly in conflict with what's happening to her. It's like some happy cabana music almost, or some shit, while you struggling with bags. Maybe you don't understand it the way that I said it, but I give you that example because it's so not what you're experiencing, you know? I would like to feel what you're struggling with right there. And the sound in the airport, and the announcements overhead, and you know, things like that. I want to hear that, you know. So many people do that. They always feel like they need a musical segue from one thing to the next. But that goes back to what I've told you. Again, America is so diabolical on every level, dude. That's like, I promise you, one of the things I'm really praying I can do is show you humanity, show you why I've said, because I've said it a million times, and maybe you don't really get it. When I tell you, this is not humanity, everybody. This is not, I said it a million times, this is not humanity. This is not humanity. And I don't know if people really understand me when I say that. Like, do you know what I mean? Does that have any resonance with you at all? Do you know why I'm even proclaiming it? Like, you know, this ain't it. But just that I described to you comes from every fucking thing on television has music playing under it. So much that if that wasn't true, the scratch record thing wouldn't be funny now. Because it's eek when something happens. You know, that means, ooh, something really... Well, that wouldn't work if there was not music playing under every fucking thing. There's music under every fucking thing. There's music when you don't need music. And then people emulate that and imitate it. There's videos on YouTube I can't watch. As soon as it starts out, you got a fucking loud-ass intro that's not some music that does anything for my soul at all. I'm over it. So then it doesn't tell me anything about you. Then now you need a beat under your... I can't. You just lost any opportunity for me to get into whatever it is that you had to impart. But it comes from living in this environment. This ain't it. One of the things I'm looking forward to is I'm not going to read no story in Africa about some sister having to pull some police officer back. I'm not going to read that. That won't happen. It won't. It don't. It won't. It can't. It's not. That does not happen. I don't have to deal with that no more. I'm done. I'm good. I'm good. I was even, there was another sister that I was, you know, just to help you understand a little bit what I'm talking about humanity. You know, this one sister, she was saying how, well, she was giving really a clinician, really, on Gambian culture. Much of it I knew because a lot of it is Islamic culture anyway. But I've told you that our natural way of life, before you put a fucking label on it, our way of life is Islam, everybody. How we interact, how we treat each other, how we do business, how we do everything. It's Islam, if that's what you're going to call it. I'm talking about our way of life. This is how we've always been as a people. It's how we've been. Some of the echoes you could still see here. You know, one of the things that she was talking about, she was saying how It's extremely, like, you would never do this in Gambian culture. You would never call an elder, whether your parents or not. You never would call them by their first name. We know that as black folks. You hopefully you got your will and testament ready if you're about to call your mama by her first name. You got all my shit that I'm not going to use no more because I'm about to call my mom by her first name. Bitch gonna kill me. That's it. That's just one. But one thing that I love is when she was talking about how, like, I'm in my own house right now, but if an elder walked in, I would stand. Otherwise, you would be seen as like, who is this person? What? Why didn't you stand when the elder walked in? What is that? Something else I've shared with you is, like, I love to eat with my hand anyway. I just feel better. I just eat with my hand. But many of these cultural dishes, you do eat from one thing, but you only eat what's in front of you. What's directly in front of you. Not all this, give me that, give me that. Nah, bitch. Right here. But I learned something I didn't know. She said, you take from what is in front of you, but you never take the meat. Because whoever the woman is, usually a woman, that prepared the meal, she will divvy out the meat. You don't touch the meat. But switch that to black culture. We know the big piece of chicken is for dad. We know it. The big piece of chicken is gonna be for dad. You don't get that. Get that little wing over there, feel me? Maybe you get a neck or something like that, but you're not getting the big piece. You know. But that, again, we don't have a way of life, and we're not articulating a united front. So this is why we see the stories that we see. You know. I just want to see America burn, dude, from afar. I don't eat popcorn because it's fucking gets stuck in my teeth. And I just feel like some kind of way that's probably scratching my internals some kind of way. If you swallow them kernels, I'm not really fucking popcorn. But I will eat some fucking popcorn in a heartbeat and watch America burn. Look, they just took out New York. Just took out New York, yeah. Texas is going to be next. And just eating fucking popcorn. Watch this bitch burn. Burn, bitch, burn. But while trying to protect the continent. And that there has to be a concerted effort to try to keep white people out of the continent. We have to do that. China don't just allow everybody and their mother to come there. They keep it Chinese. Japan does the same thing, and we could name it a million other countries. So why shouldn't we be any different on our continent? Take your bitch ass to Europe, white bitch. Go. Not right here. Not right here. I saw some, I don't know what the bitch is. She's some European bitch. But she speaks Hindi, you know, and there she is with the fucking dog mane hair that's like, she's just being free. She's Mother Earth, nature and shit. It's always some scary white bitch like that, you know, no makeup, no hair care. You know, they always do that, kind of like the piece, what was that, Woodstock looking bitch, you know, type thing, you know. But there she was, you know, and she's doing a whole thing. I don't know if the video was supposed to be about what she was doing in Gambia, because when it opened, she goes, I'm in Gambia. I'm like, oh, fuck. Where's my gun? Like, you... Because how is this white bitch in Gambia? How? And she had a big-ass camera, which they don't like that in Gambia. That's one of the things has really kind of took me aback. They're not real big on you filming. I think if you got the right language for anything, you could make anything happen. You know, if you just come in filming and then that's just it, let me get back to your comments. But if you just come in filming and that's it, I gotta turn on the air, y'all. Hold up. If you just come in filming, you know, that can be a little jaunting. You know, because like, where are you from? What's going on? But, you know, I think if you can articulate properly, it should really be a problem, you know. Just I'm trying to share the country with people back in America that inshallah they will come here one day, you know. But they can't come here if they can't see it. It's that easy. You know? It's that easy. So, I'm filming, damn it. But I also don't want to be a problem to my brothers and sisters. I don't want to do that either. Definitely not looking to do that. Let's see what I missed. I think I was at Melanin, and Naldo came in. Then Sweet D, okay. I don't know why some black folks can't stay away from them. Mind-boggling. I don't know what it is. And so passionately. They'll defend them more passionately than will ever defend me and you. It's almost like a dog attacking their master. That's the only thing you could assign it. Righteous indignation, good to see you. As I just somehow reduced the damn... Wait. Where am I? Righteous indignation. I just saw it. I read that. I can't. I just read Sweet D's comment and now I can't find it. Phantom Beach, shout out to you. Oh, there it is. Righteous Indignation. The local news in my town just aired a story how a paid murderer pat down and searched a poor black man on the street in broad daylight. He then proceeds to strip him down and sodomize him with his finger. So then you're going to tell me you also read where they immediately, some brothers rushed in and murdered his ass immediately. I'm sure you're going to tell me that part. I'm sure I'm going to hear it. So I'm just going to keep reading and I'll look to hear that part. Bay Girl, shout out to you. Indignation, you're going, the cop's partner just goes to the car while he's infringing on the black man's rights. But luckily, someone was recording the whole incident and it was leaked. Such perversion. Again, we got to be over these videos. Where was somebody to take the headshot? You see? Again, these are just people or things, whatever they are. But they're not any entity that's worthy or due any respect or honor or, you know, anything like that. So you see somebody sodomizing somebody, you would go and fuck them up. You should go and fuck this person up. Give a fuck what they wearing. It don't matter. Even if they got on a McDonald's uniform. Sweet D, this entitlement attitude they have. The police have such a difficult job. No, bitch, they don't. They don't. So move to something else. They don't. Anjane, the disrespect from Arabs are a problem. I know they did not have the nerve to say something smell bad. They are known for smelling musty. That's so fucking true. And they're the most unmannerable. Now they have a way and an order, like a chaos order in their culture, but certainly the ones that come to America, whatever that is no more. Their kids are unruly. They're unruly. You know, you go to the mosque and like there was this, like when I used to take care of the mosque, it was one dude. I don't know what fucking country he's from. I don't give a fuck. I'm like, what the fuck did you do in the bathroom that all the water is everywhere when he comes out from just making wudu for prayer? What type of wudu are you doing? What are you doing? He was a nightmare, and water is being I can't. Their kids are just like, nah. That's just Anjane. Anjane, the sweetie. What's my time? I want to be left. Yeah, I got it. I'm just not putting up with it. You know, I don't need to. I won't. I'm not. It's one of the many things that I'm looking forward to, you know. And well, I'm going to say that on Jedi Africa. Just know that if you follow me on Jedi Africa, you want to show up this weekend. I got a lot to get out, and I just have to talk about it when I talk about it because that serves me better in my life. I just speak from the heart, you know. And I prescribe that for everybody. Cheryl, I see you, girl. Shout out to you. PukeTube never gave me the fucking notification. Not surprised. People just got to know it's another way, man. I seen a young sister, in fact, she got on my nerve because I'm sick of sisters getting on camera just like in the spur of the moment when they think they're cute. You feel me? I don't like that. First of all, I don't really like when a woman is trying to be cute. I don't like that. I don't know why I don't like that. Like, if you're cute, I know you're cute. Don't try and be cute, you know. And my wife is the same way because I saw my wife, I don't know, I think it was during Rhythm Nation. Somebody was interviewing her, and she goes, you know, some artists, you know, they lean up against a wall or they're put on stuff that's sexy. She goes, I don't like that. I don't like that. I think sexiness is something that comes from within, and she had this whole thing, and I'm like, that's so true. Another reason why we're married, but that's how I feel. I really do feel that way. Like, don't try to be, you know, like, you could tell when a woman just puts herself together just so that she's done, but it's not for anybody other than for the sake that she's done and she goes. That's it. That's usually the ones that stuns the fuck out of all of creation. But this little young girl, you're gonna, you know, what can you do? She was cute, but the whole time she's doing that thing I hate where she's looking at herself, not you. But what I loved after I roasted her for filth, I said, but I do love that you and your young brother are going to Africa. Because she couldn't be, I don't know how old she is. It's hard to tell kids' age now. But she couldn't be, she ain't 21, I feel like. And he definitely wasn't. But there they were going to Gambia. I loved it. Loved it. Loved it. Loved it. And I told you I'm seeing more and more. I'm seeing Ray Ray on the continent, you know. Our people are really, just because you don't see it on the news, you don't see it in the media, you don't feel it where you live. There's a lot of us getting the fuck out of here, dude. A lot of people are leaving. And I really think that was one of the reasons why I had so much drama with getting my passport. You know, I know the white man is the devil. And I know that white people are nosy. They insert themselves in shit that's not their fucking business at all. And so it's not beyond the scope to think that there's not a room, a department set up so that every time, because you have to have a passport photograph taken that goes with your fucking application. So they know what you look like before they process the fucking passport. And the more black passports they see, it's a problem. In fact, there's an African country It might have been Tanzania, where they were like, they had to put they were like, we're seeing so many black U.S. passports now. Something they did, I can't remember negative or positive, but just that it was being felt that they're keeping track. There's definitely been a boom, because one of the guys was saying like they would process maybe a few here and there, like something, and then suddenly it was just like they're processing all these fucking, they're seeing all these fucking African American passports all of a sudden, just like that, you know. So a lot of us are getting out. A lot of people are getting out. A lot of people are getting out, and sadly, many people are getting out that don't realize they could have just got out. You can't be mad at them. You know, some people need to put their toe in the water, you know, before they get in the pool. I'm good with that. I go to the pool, I just jump straight in. Just jump in, because it's not going to change. Jump your bitch ass in, go do it. Because then you're in the pool already, you know. But if you just put your toe in, then you still got to go back and put the toe in again, you know. So just know that. Just because you're not feeling it or really seeing it or you're not hearing about it, as somebody who this is all I do, I need you to know that there's a lot of us getting the fuck out of here, have gotten out of here, and are still getting out of here. America is not the spot. It's not, dude. It's not. It's not. It's not. And I can tell you, you literally can have a 6-bedroom house for $500 a month. And I'm not talking about some little, every room is this little tiny room. Ooh, at least it's 6 rooms. No, bitch, I'm talking about, you don't know which one is the master bedroom type 6 bedrooms. It's not a joke, dude. You can live better. You can be healthier. Even the Black Acres of the Gambia, you see some of their old pictures in their trailer that runs before their videos. Or if you even look back at some of their old videos, they've lost weight and gotten younger since they've been there. They've been there like 7 years now. They've gotten younger and smaller. Literally. They've gotten younger and smaller. They are. They are. They're younger and smaller, dude. They're younger and smaller. And their boys, I haven't really seen the girls a whole lot because they don't really be on camera and they're not really out there doing all the work and stuff, but the boys are. And the boys are all chiseled and just shredded for no reason. I'm sure that's just because they're out there working and doing stuff, not because they're going to the fucking 24-hour fitness, you know. Yeah, it's amazing, dude. Like, this is not the spot, everybody. And don't wait till you retire. Don't wait till you're too old to fucking enjoy it. Get out. Get out. Get out. Let's be over having to even give a fuck about this bitch being choked out and she having to snatch a fucking cop back. Let's just not even care. Let's not care. Let's not care. Let's just put our energy and our focus in us and just let that be good enough, you know? That's just what it is, man. Like, I'm over it. I'm sick and tired of living like this. You say, Cheryl, yeah, I know you're subscribed on the other channel too, Cheryl. You're one of my ride or dies. I know that. You're stating facts already in evidence. Sweet D, I hate them Freddy Krueger nails they wear. Oh, don't get me started. I do too, Sweet D. I don't know if you was here, but I know I spoke about this recently at some point because it's part of me. I do feel this. Even though I cannot fucking stand those nails, it's something enchanting about that black woman with just that nail. I don't care where I see her at. Just that, when they have that nail, because they try to show it off anyway. It's something about it. I don't know if it's just so familiar that it's so endearing, although I still hate it, and I don't know. I have a weird relationship with it. But don't touch me. Don't touch me. Don't touch me. That's to Cheryl, to Anjane. My Spidey senses started tingling when Jedi is on. When Jedi is on, LOL. That's the only notification I get. Damn it. That's to Anjane. Anjane, we need to build there before the dollar crashes and we get stuck there. Yeah. I can tell you that that's going to be a minute. But get all that you can, you know. That brings something else. I don't know if I even want to go into it because I'll just say this about it. Stop leaving a digital footprint, everybody. Some of you have gotten so you're seduced and you have now bought into the convenience of pulling out a debit card. And fuck that. Cash. One of the things that drove me to even speak about this, because you know, most African countries, certainly my country, I'm going to Gambia, it's a cash society. There is no credit. They don't do credit. No. Where's the cash? Nobody's in debt in Africa. You need to know that. All this, we'll just pull money out of the air. You'll pay me interest on it, and I'll make you think I've given you a loan. Quick, tell me everything I need to know. Tell me all your life. Tell me everything. Tell me all your stuff. Tell me. Give me your social. Tell me your mother's maiden name. Tell me everything. Tell me everything. You don't know I don't got no money. I don't got no money. Give me everything, because I have to see if you qualify for this platinum fucking gold, platinum diamond fucking card. Just give me all your shit. Tell me all your shit. You tell me. And I go, I don't know if you qualify. This is all your shit. All it'll give a fuck is how much you make and how long you've been on the job. This is what the bitch make. This is how long they been on the job. They likely gonna be on that at least through the length of this loan. We don't give a fuck what else she got going on. Give the bitch the loan. Then I give you money. I don't got no money. I go, okay, here, I'm giving you $5,000 loan with a 23% interest. I guess it'll build my credit, dumb bitch, but that's fine. So you're giving me money that didn't exist. You're giving me the money plus the interest. That's what a credit card is. And if I repeat that enough times, then I'm MasterCard, I'm Visa. You should want my card. Because now I really do have the money. But I'm just doing the same heist. I'm giving you some money out of some shit that don't fucking exist to tell you like as if I'm giving you some money. I'm not. The thing is, I'm seeing if I'm allowing you to give me money. Because if you don't give me the money, then I got to get somebody to come after you to get me my money that I don't even have. So it's just a better business transaction if I can make sure that you got the money to give me. Yeah, she got the money, man. All right, I'm going to give you a loan. I'm not really giving you a loan. I'm saying I'll let you give me money. Here, go spend at Macy's and Givenchy and go, spend. You see? Because you're going to get something, but you won't give me the money. I'm getting the money because all that you spend, you're still going to give me that back. You buy a $15,000 purse, that's fine. This bitch just spent 15 grand. She's going to give me that back. She's got to pay me. 15 grand plus the 23% interest. I'm living like a fat cat. Making you think that you need to chase some fucking credit score. Stop leaving a digital footprint, everybody. You go to the grocery store, pay cash. Most people, certainly in Gambia, whatever you think you need to spend for the day, that's how much money you take out with you. Take that amount of cash with you and go and have your day. Do that. Go. You know. You don't need a record of I was here. Plus you're carrying a cell phone on you. So we can just track the fucking cell towers and well, look, this nigga was at his ex-girlfriend for 45 minutes. He at Keisha's house. Then he went to his mama's house. You see, stop leaving a digital print of yourself, because as time marches on, and I might even be sounding the alarm too late, but that don't mean it's too late. What? Because the house is nearly burned down, so I guess I should just stay in here and be burned up with it. No, it's not too late. If you're still breathing, get out. So this is that. Start now, today, if you're hearing me. Stop leaving a digital footprint. Start using cash, because nobody knows where you're at on the fucking planet. And most of all, they don't know your business. They don't know your business. They don't. You ordering shit from Amazon. You ordering shit from Walmart.com. You're ordering. Don't do it. Don't, damn it, don't. If you want to order something off like fucking Amazon, whatever, you really have a choice. I don't think there's an Amazon store, and even if there is, you can't go there and buy all the shit that's on Amazon. So I could understand something like that. That's one purchase from one location at one time. I still don't like it, but fine, we'll allow it. But stop just fucking pulling out cards to use your money. Get cash and go and spend it. Then people don't know where the fuck you are. Just make sure you get a receipt, so if somebody want to tell you committed a murder, you can say, bitch, I got a receipt. What? This shows the date and time, and my fingerprint is on it. What? You know? Just everything is wrong, man. Sweet defects, Jedi. Credit cards have most of Americans in debt. And you should see, there's a documentary called Debt as Money. It's one of the first documentaries I ever watched when I ever knew there was such thing as YouTube. Debt as Money. And I'm just so grateful that I'm not a man who lives by that principle. I just have never been that dude. The only thing I've ever bought on time is my cars. That's it. That's it. That's it. Anything, I don't want to look, I don't want to see anything if I'm not buying it. If I'm not buying it, why am I looking at it? Because that's another thing that you are seduced by in the society. Wanting stuff. That's why they advertise to you. You're a fat bitch sitting on the couch. You need another fucking calorie. Ooh, that taco from Taco Bell do look good though. And then there you go. You see, I don't look at anything I'm not buying. And I don't buy anything that I can't own right now. Life is just easier that way. You know. You go to folks' house, no shame. They're paying on everything in the house. I get it. I know why. That still don't make it right. It's still some bullshit. And I still understand why they do it. It's still some bullshit. I still understand why they do it. But it's still some bullshit. Because you would pay a lot less for that if you just saved up the money and waited and got the shit. You know. I can't with that. I've never been interested in that. You know, when I first entered college, I remember they're out of business now because of me, but there was a department store called Mervyn's. They sent me a credit card. Why'd they do that? Wait. I'm never coming back. We're going to land pretty soon, y'all, so I can just be naked in this piece and enjoy my air. But they sent me a credit card. Why'd they do that? Why'd they do that? Because I also have a policy, I don't pay shit. I don't pay shit. Now, there's some things you have to pay. You know, like I've never... Since I'm a teenager, I've never defaulted on rent. Since I'm 17, your boy has been paying rent. Never been late, defaulted on rent. The one time I defaulted on rent, it wasn't really default. My grandmother died. I had to help pay for a funeral. My landlord didn't understand, so I got evicted. But that was worth it. I'd do it again. You know, this is the queen of my existence. I have to sacrifice my life. That's not even a question. But what I'm trying to say is I pay my shit that needs to be paid. But I see people obsessing over stuff you don't need to obsess on. Like, there's people that we went into debt over medical bills. Bitch, don't pay a medical bill. For what? For what? Look, when I was still a teenager and I didn't have no medical insurance and all that, I don't need no medical insurance. I don't need it. For what? But I just don't pay doctor's bills and shit like that. I don't do that. 87, me and my best friend at the time, Ronnie, we was in a car accident in his parents' car. My attorneys, they got me a nice settlement. But the ambulance was still trying to bill me. Well, if my attorney didn't take care of it, bitch, I don't either. So I don't know what to tell you. I don't know. Plus, it goes off your damn thing in 7 years anyway, but you shouldn't care about a credit score. So what you care about a credit score? Because that's just an allegiance to debt. My credit score. Think about that for a moment. Think about that. Because that's the valedictorian, the something, the word won't come to me, of I'm a slave to the system. My credit score. Really? Wow. And I get it. Because I get the way it's been set up and all the other bullshit. I get it. So I'm not talking in the blind. I get it. It's still some bullshit. I'm only dealing with the bullshit part of it. To say that, think about that. This is a score that says we'll give you more money out of thin air. That you can just give us your money. Remember, I don't have shit. You just give me your money. Here's the contract. Give me your money. That's all it is. And everybody's bought into it now. Let's do a credit check. Really, bitch? I don't have no credit. What? You know, the last time that I knew my credit score was 22 years ago. Because that's when I bought my car, Princess. And because Esperanza, they didn't make the parts for her anymore, and I literally had to leave her on the side of the road. But I bought Princess 22 years ago. It's actually 23 years ago if I really think about it, because I bought it in December of 1999 is when I bought Princess. So she's technically, or it wasn't December, I don't know. It was December. Yeah. Because I was living in Maryland. I remember when I bought my car, my best friends, Dennis and Henry, they're Christian folks. And they wanted to go out and have something special because it was either Christmas or New Year's. Why I mention it is because I said, well, I'll drive because you guys haven't seen my new car yet. So anyway, that's the last time I knew my credit score, because when I walked onto the car lot, I didn't know anything, you know. And then after I test drove the car and blah, 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 and anyways, they sent me over to the African guy. And I'm so mad that I was still blind then. I had a full African in front of me. I'm transacting business, and it was another missed opportunity. But I didn't know. I wish I had known what I know. But when you know better, you do better. And you get your bitch as a plane ticket and get the fuck out this bitch. So, that aside, he explained to me, he goes, when I walked in, he looked at me with admiration, really. And when I sat down, he said, how are you? I said, I'm fine. And I'm thinking he's going to tell me, this is all the reason why you can't get this car. He goes, you can have any car you want. And he began to explain to me my credit score and broke it down for me. It meant nothing to me. I didn't really hear it. after he said you could get any car. I didn't really hear anything else after that. So I don't know, and I don't care, because I'm not into credit. I'm not into buying shit that I gotta now be paying on. Because, like, just no. Like, I don't like that. I think I learned this from a young age. Like, I never was one to even borrow money. That's the truth, man. That's the truth. You know? Later in my adult life, things like that, you know, any of my friends, if I needed to borrow money, then I've already put that down as a bill. If so-and-so lets me borrow this, then I put that as one of my bills, like light, gas, fucking phone, rent, everything else. That's so-and-so. You feel me? Like, I don't like when people don't do that. I learned this from my second to the oldest sister. You know, she was, I'm sure she still is, if she hasn't grown up. She was classic for borrowing money from you. I'm the soft-hearted one in the family, so of course I'm a sucker. And you family too? I'm not going to say no. And they knew that. So, and I always had a job. I always worked. I always had money. So, she borrows money from you, and then when it's time to pay it back, she purposely gets in an argument. And the first thing she yells is, I'm not paying you back your money. She hasn't talked to me since 2007. I don't know if Obama was president yet. I can't remember. But she just called me up and goes, look, I need to borrow $300. Don't ask no questions. I can't tell you why. I'm like, well, then, bitch, you can't get my $300 then. Like, nah. Because I can't do that to you. Anjane. We need to build their... I read that. Righteous indignation. You say... I cannot see it all today. It begins with you. You are speaking facts. I think that's it. You are speaking facts on the credit card scam. My fiance broke that down years ago to me. It's an absurdity. I think I've read the right word. It's arbitrary numbers they make out of thin air. It's not you, Righteous, it's me. You typed perfect. I'm fucked up right now. To give you a figure, but you make it real. Exactly. And with regard to the Mervyn's credit card I told you they sent me, don't you know the motherfucker was calling me? I remember one day I'm still with my grandma. This motherfucker is calling me. It was at some outrageous time of the morning. I wasn't up. I probably was out all night. And he was on me like as if it was his personal money I owed him. I was like, if you fucking call this bitch again. I think that's probably the first time my grandmother ever heard me cuss. Because I know I was loud enough for her and my dad to hear me. Like, are you fucking serious? Like, it was ugly. And I never paid it. Of course. Because it's usury anyway. Like if a Brinks truck, I'm the most honest dude you're ever going to see in your life or meet. Like, paradise is everything to me. I'm not trying to fuck up this life and not go to paradise. If a Brinks truck breaks open in front of me, I'm taking the cash and I'm not giving the shit back. That's honest. Because you're just going around collecting the usury money. Because you weren't there on any of those sales or anything. And now you're here to take the portion for the state and the government. No, bitch. That's usury. So it's a theft. So I'm just doing the people a favor by not turning it in. And I like to help out wherever I can. All right, Righteous, you going to say, then you go work off that imaginary money. Exactly, Cheryl. I remember Mervyn's from back in the day. You know how long ago that shit was? Well, they must have still been around when I was born in the 1990s. So, you know, it couldn't have been that long ago, Cheryl. Let's not be crazy. You're being crazy. Anjane, I hate to see people paying on furniture Furniture is not expensive to make, and they overcharge you up front and with interest. It's the truth. Sweet D, why do you guys name their cars? I can't speak for all brothers. Righteous, you say it gives you access. It does, and I want to speak to that. But only if everybody buys into it, Righteous, just to come to that. It's like with anything, it only goes if people buy into it. If everybody goes to their employer tomorrow and say, don't take no more fucking money out of my check or I will burn this bitch to the ground, and do it in mass, we're over the income tax overnight. It's just about people buying into an idea, you know? But it's right up there with the globe Earth. You tell people the Earth is not a globe, and they don't realize they have no evidence of it, and they will stand there and shatter in front of you. Like, I'm over it. Wait, there was something else I was gonna say. I'll go to the furniture thing because Tony and Ao, who are in Ghana, they had some furniture made. You know, like you go out there and you see the brothers. Man, our brothers, man, and our sisters, our people in Africa are so naturally gifted in a way that you don't understand. I saw some cabinetry work in a rental apartment that I know was done by hand. This sister I showed you earlier at the beginning that was preparing the meal, I showed you the lettuce portion of it. But if you go on, you see that, and I never see them use anything but a knife and some buckets of water. They always sit there and cut up their vegetables. Like, you ain't got no cutting board? You ain't really trying to... Y'all know it's a shredder. I don't want to say nothing. I mean, but they won't do it. They just, this is what we do. This is how we do it. You know, the ceiling in one of these places was just like, you're not gonna, somebody does that in your ceiling, they're gonna want a whole lot of money for that place just for the fucking ceiling. You know, that's the only thing that really scares me. I was gonna say about the furniture comment. Anjane was saying about people paying on furniture. You know, they love, and how many of us have been in the hood and we see the rent-to-own people coming to take somebody's shit, or family members are coming to you because their coffee table is not paid for all off yet. It's a vicious way to live, man. But it goes to discipline. You live in a right now society. You want it right now. Right now. When I say it, it should have been done before I took a deep breath and said it. You know? And that's what some people can't get used to in Africa. You know, it's not right now. It's not. It's whenever I get there. Because I'm a human being and I'm living life. Whatever. You know, so many stories I've heard and saw people telling, you know, we're supposed to meet at 10:30. You're there at 10:30. You're American, so you're there like a quarter till, you know. And so you sit there for 5 hours. And then you go home and call the person like, I'm here, why aren't you here? Like, they just don't do it. You know, you could go into a restaurant and sit there for an hour before somebody comes over and finally says, can I take your order? They just don't have time. Like, it's a different understanding of everything. We've just set a standard here, you know. Some things are good, you know, but most of it is not needed. Some things are good, but most of it's not needed, you know. There's just... You know, now I do think when you get to like the corporate level and things like that, I think increasingly you're seeing more banking systems coming online in different parts of Africa who do issue lines of credit and things like that. But certainly even in a country like Gambia, which is a Muslim country, it's against our way of life to charge you fucking interest or tax on any fucking thing. We can't. So that's going to be a vastly different loan than if you get it in like Christian Nigeria or someplace, you feel me? Like, it's just not going to be the same loan. But you have different banking systems that are coming online. You know, my aunt was asking me the other day, she was like, but what are you going to do for like, how are you going to get money? How are you going to access money? And I'm like, Marsha, she's just so, and some of it I think she knows, she just, it's her way to just challenge you. Like, have you really thought this out? Without saying, have you really thought this out? She'll ask you probative questions to see, have you thought this out? You know, and then some of it is I think she still has this sort of other world propaganda going on, you know, like as if there's not everything in Africa that there is here, you know. Yeah, but there is no credit system, you know, and the one thing that you can almost get away with there now is a visa, just because visa is kind of worldwide, and so it's like if you got a visa, you kind of good. Okay, fine, you know. And then, but it's also a business opportunity. Many years ago, to speak to this about like how you could, if you wanted to do something like this in Africa, us as a people, even, you know, we talk about black banks here in America. Why don't we have a black bank in Africa? Why not? Why not? Well, we do have black banks in Africa, but we don't have them, you know. But one of my Muslim brothers came to me many years ago, and he was saying to me, you know, you can make a lot of money with ATM machines. And he wanted me to spread the word. If you know anybody's got a business, you know, I can install an ATM machine for them. We'll put an ATM machine. We'll put an ATM machine. And I got it. I got it. I got it. Later. But I got it. Because I just thought, okay. Because if you tell me something like that, I'm that person that will be vigilant for you. Like if you just tell me, you know, I need to try and get me a new car, I'll be calling you like, I just seen that they had a car over here for sale. I seen somebody selling such and such. They wanted this much for it. I stopped and asked. I'm that dude. If I know you're trying to do something, I'll follow up for you. You tell me I'm trying to find a place to live. I saw a place for rent. I think they, you know, so this was no different. So he, you know, wanted places to put in his ATM machines. I just thought, yeah, that would be lucrative. You know, that would be quite lucrative. I'm one of these people, I only deal with my bank. That's it. Like, I'm not that dude at the fucking local ATM trying to get money and shit. Nah. Go to the fucking bank and get the shit right there at the branch. You know. But that can be lucrative, you know, because I'm sure he's getting a kickback on every transaction. And people use ATMs all the time, and increasingly that's just scaling itself on its own because money is so electronic now. You know, it doesn't really exist in paper and coins so much. Everybody's got their debit card. I fucking hate it. I hate it. I hate it. And invariably, I'm always behind the bitch that's acting like she's just seeing the debit card machine for the first time. You know, where do I put... That might be a dead bitch. I'm just saying. I can't say too much. Oh, why do we name our cars? D. I don't know. I can't speak for all brothers, Sweet D. I can just tell you why I named my cars. Probably because I don't, like, I'm not somebody who has ever had multiple cars at one time and shit. And You know, I don't drive a Bentley or a Mercedes and shit or whatever, BMW and all this. So, you know, I'm not, I started it, but it's consistent with me because my very first car I named Proven Entity. No, that was Esperanza. My first car, I can't remember my first car's name. And I put it across the windshield even. I'm real good for that. Put it across the windshield. Like big ass letters, that's your boy. Like right now, my Honda, big ass Honda letters right across the fucking windshield. Honda, bitch. You know. In fact, I was out flying my drone the other day, and one of the things I was admiring is how nice my car looks in the video from the aerial shot. My car really does look nice, and I haven't washed it in many months, you know, but it looks nice, man. I'm like, wow, that car's really been the blessing, dude. SubhanAllah, there I am. It was just, I had to pause it, like, wow, I'm really seeing this. Anyways, my second car I named Proven Entity. I think it also reflects where I'm at in my life too. You know, I consider myself a proven entity. A proven entity to me is something that someone or something that is a known quantity, a proven brand, a sure thing, the one to know, proven entity. That's me, you know. So I put proven entity, and then I don't know. Oh, my next car was Gertrude. And I had another car in between that. And then I had Esperanza, and now it's Princess. And I already know that if I got another Honda, it would be, I already named her Grand Princess. She's already named before I even see her, if it should ever happen. I don't see how it would happen, because me and my aunt were talking the other day, and I'm like, I don't know. Like, I don't really see me driving in Africa, because you gotta be kind of a Indy 5 star to do that. It's not like you think, unless you're gonna live in the city, you know, then it's fine. You know, I'm not trying to live in the city. I'm not trying to do that. You know, I don't want to be in some she poo poo, you know. I don't want that. That's antithetical to my whole being, dude. I'm not interested. But I'm trying to say that me and my aunt were talking. I was saying, you know, I'm putting my car in storage just because there's nothing else I can do. I can't have it shipped because the cost incurred with shipping a car across the Atlantic is like, nah. But also, I've seen people leave very nice cars at the fucking border, at the what do you call it, at the harbor, the shit where the ships come in. They left their car there because it was just too much. They had to pay. Nice cars that you'd be like, if you don't give me my car, this whole place is gonna be on fire. They just left it. The cost is just too much. So I've seen people, like, I think the Rick and Cynthia, I think they had their van shipped over. They had containers shipped over, but they had a business before they left here, and they had a little bit of coin. You'd feel, plus they got a bunch of kids. There's some coin. Damn it. You know, you just hear it in their conversation. You're like, yeah, y'all had a little bit of money. You know. So most people would be like, well, you just sell your car. Well, no, you don't. Because I've told you guys, when Allah gave me this car, I knew about it before I got it. I was living on the East Coast then. And the divine told me of this. I even sat at my friend's dinner table telling him Yeah, eventually I'm going back to California, but I don't know when, because I didn't fly then. And then Allah began to tell me about this car. It was just a knowing. And then when I got it, the day that I got it, my best friend was standing with me at the lot. I was sitting in the driver's seat. We're ready. The deal is done. We're leaving. I've got the keys. It's my car. And I'm sitting there in the ugly cry. And Joseph says, "Why are you crying?" I said, "Because this is the chariot, Joseph. This is the one. I don't know when I'm leaving, but this is the one. This is the car that's taking me back to California. This is it. This is the car. This is it." So I have a very particular responsibility that I feel with my car. You know, I'm the type of person that would give my car away, but I can't do that. This one you can't give away. You can't give this one away, Jedi. And you can't sell it. Until Allah tells me something else, I know that to be just as sure as I knew I was going to get this car. I know it. 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 So I don't know what that will mean. You know? I don't know what that will mean. I don't know. It's one of the things that has frustrated me because I'm like, well, what should I do? Am I just going to leave this fucking car here in America for the rest of for eternity? Then I thought, well, maybe you could instigate an early exit, leave, get a 2-month commitment out of Joseph in Florida, drive Princess to Florida, store her in Florida, thereby seeing my best friend before I leave without paying for an airline ticket. Yeah, we're still in talks. You know, I don't know what to do. I'm confounded by this. I don't know what to do. But that's why I named my car Sweetie, because it's an affectionate thing. And I had, I don't know if she was a white bitch, because she probably got punched. I think she was. I was going to give this brother that I knew a ride. This is right after I started walking. Yeah. And I mentioned my car some kind of way, and she goes, "Why would you call your car Princess?" And I didn't know how to even take that. Like, I wouldn't call my fucking car Henry or George or some bullshit. Bitch, it's Princess. You know, like, you know how sometimes it rarely happens for me because I usually say what I feel right on the spot. But I am victim to that shit where you, damn it, I should have said. This was one of the moments. Because I wouldn't have just said it, I probably would have hit her ass. You know, like, what are you, like, why would you say that to me? You know. I read that Anjane, I know you're so, I shouldn't try and read it out here. Just read on here. And it's laid out different on here too than it is on there. I know I read that because I see those. We're going to do 15 more minutes, everybody. We're going to land right at 3-hour mark. Oh my God, I'm so far back. I know your social security number is connected to your credit so that we get denied more than our social security. We get denied. Often, our social security number is, in general, is connected to our race. I can't prove it, but I know it, and I can prove it for you. My stepmother, Rahim of Allah. She was an educator, she was a teacher, but she was also a goddamn investigator. I remember her, just as I was reading your comment, I remember her saying, I don't remember what it was on how old I was. She was showing how there's certain numbers for certain things that let them know you're black. I never got a full, like, tell me that. but I know it. I remember her showing it and saying it and proving it basically. I know that. Also, as a former specialist for Xerox Corporation, I can tell you that the actual, like when you walk to a grocery store, you walk to any fucking store, it take a little longer to open the door for your black ass. That's a real thing because of the actuators, the visual sensors. They don't see your black ass as quickly as they see a white bitch. They can see that bitch when she get out of her car. You standing at the door, it can't see you. You feel me? It's a whole thing. So, yes, and I'm glad you bring the Social Security number too, Anjane, because I want to say to my people, don't fucking just be giving up your Social Security number. What's the last four for your social? Bitch, it's illegal to ask me for that as any form of identification. Ask me for something else. I always do that. Nope, ask me for something else. Ask me my favorite pet. Ask me my favorite... Do something. Ask me something else. You can't ask me that. Ask me something else. They always move on. Now, I don't expect that they've been even educated and told that the company could assume liability if, technically, if someone wants to push a lawsuit saying, how dare you ask me for my Social Security number as identification. And by the way, on the back of the Social Security card, it used to say not to be used as a form of identification. It don't say that no more. So that's dusty. Get out your Social Security card right now. Get it. Get it. Get it. Get it. Get it. I'll get mine. I couldn't find my damn wallet, y'all. Let me find out. Okay, where's my Social Security? Social Security. You see on the back, it says this card belongs to the Social Security Administration and you must return it if we ask for it because we own your bitch ass. It says it right here. If you find a card that isn't yours, please return it to the Social Security Administration, blah, blah, blah. Improper use of this card or number by anyone is punishable by fine, imprisonment, or both. So they mean business. They're not playing around. Protect your number and card to prevent their misuse. Sign your card. Do not carry it with you for any other Social Security business information. Contact the administration and blah. But no, don't use this shit as identification. It doesn't say that anymore. That's my whole point. That's my whole point. They don't say that no more. Don't give your Social Security number, everybody. Period. They don't need it. They don't need it. You will not be contested on this. I never give you information that I don't know for sure. When I don't know it, I tell you I have no evidence of this. I'm pulling this out of my ass. I don't know. And then I say what I'm going to say. So I'm telling you forthright and in truth. Nobody's ever challenged me on that. They won't challenge you on it. They won't. You call, you need something. They say, what's your Social Security number? You say, ask me for something else. Can't give you my Social Security number. You're not allowed to use that as a form of identification. Ask me something else. Like, even if you just call the bank, that's supposed to be your friend. They're your bank. What's that for your social? I don't know. You're not supposed to ask me that. Ask me for something else. Nobody's pushing back in the society on anything. So the unrighteous, the abnormal becomes the normal and what is right. You see, this is the problem. This is the problem. You have to fight back. You go on to say the Social Security number, I read that it's definitely connected to race. I saw Khalifa, shout out to you, brother. I saw your wife. Where you see her at? I saw your wife in concert tonight, the Rhythm Nation version, I can see why you say she's your wife. I can't fucking read from here. Apologies to Khalifa. M. Yes, that is my wife. I'm just trying to tell y'all, Janet and I are so much alike as human beings. Before you get to she's an international icon, oh my God, she's a stunning beauty, throw all that out. She was a child star, throw that out. I tell you, if she lived next door to me, I would be saying this to you. Our lives are too parallel. They're too parallel. And then what makes it sickening is then, this is my wife, and then I literally used to impersonate your brother, and one of my girlfriends became friends with your brother. Like, how is this her then alleged boyfriend, Renee Elizondo, whoever he was, anyways, that gave us front row tickets to her concert that year, and now I'm sitting in the front row and she's singing to me. We're connected. We just are, damn it. I could just list the shit for you. That's my wife. We're just too much alike, man. I've watched, and if it wasn't the truth, I would have noticed it. I wouldn't have saw it. I would have saw it in somebody else if it was the truth. Janet Jackson is my wife. That's my wife. Both of us are late bloomers. You know, like, well, I think Janet was probably smashing when she was in her 20s. But whatever. When she did Let's Wait a While, does something else. But we were late bloomers in that way also. It's just, I mean, I'll probably just have to do a day where I tell you all why me and Janet Jackson are the same person. We're both the last children of 9. Come on, dude. Like, I mean, she's from Gary, Indiana. I'm from Southside Chicago. That's 20 miles difference. What are we talking about? Don't do it. That's my wife. I'm glad you saw it, though, Khalifa. I'm glad you saw Rhythm Nation, because I'm right in the front row and I know where Janet came from. When they brought her down, like, we saw that box. We saw it. I'm in the front row. We saw it, because I'm going to know when she come on stage. I'm going to know. And I didn't know. And that thing went all the way up in the air, and then that thing came down, and that was her silhouette. Oh my God. This is a story about control. Oh my God. They killed it. And then at the end when she goes, and I've got lots of it, the platform lands. They killed it. Don't take me back. Anyways, Anjanae. No, Sweet D. That Rent-A-Center. That Rent-A-Center is a scam. You paid twice by the time you're done. I know, just save the money in a jar someplace and be like, I'm saving for my couch and sofa sectional. Anjanae. Not going to try and read it over there because that would just be suicidal. You say, I had a girl use me as a reference on Rent-A-Center. Ooh, I forgot about that. When people use it as a reference and then they start calling to your house. I don't got no furniture with you. I just had a flashback. I had that happen. Rent-A-Center application without asking me. She didn't pay for none of that shit, and they harassed me until I went the fuck off. Exactly. I forgot about that element of it too, Anjanae. Damn, you just gave me a flashback. Wow. That's the truth. Sweet D, I know that's right, Anjanae. And then you answer her, Sweet D, say, don't mess with you. Well, I have to read it now. You say to Sweet D, had to tell them, I told you I don't know where she is, but I don't owe you shit. And so don't call my phone unless you like getting cussed the fuck out. Exactly. Because they would do that. It was like, and it was definitely race inspired, because everything is about race. Let's say it all together, boys and girls. Everything is about race with white people. Say it. All things are about race with white people. But so there was a shaming really that went on. You know, you were now supposed to be shamed. So So-and-so called me saying she ain't paid her furniture. Now that's known. You know. Man. Damn it. I should have gone to law school. I should have gotten a business degree. Damn it. Because that would have been ripe for a lawsuit, class action, emotional embarrassment. I can see the figure now. I could see it. I could see it. Sweetie, they drive in Africa like New York. Got to have heart. You do. I seen a sister that I'm communicating with now. She was literally in fear for her life. She was filming, like going out driving. She's the closest to me, you guys. I'm telling you. I need to. What's her name? No, that's not. I know her name, but I don't think that's her page name. Fuck. The sister's name is Amina Ibrahim. Allahu Akbar. She's a beautiful sister from here in America. She's got 8 children. She makes sure she tells you that in every video. That's a quote from her. I make sure I tell people that in every video. But she is the closest to what I'm talking about. You know, she pretty much shows everything. And she's Muslim. So I get to see the Muslim point of view. You guys have heard me bitching about this. Everybody that I'm seeing is a Christian. I'm not seeing what's the Muslim experience. But there she is, you know. It's everything. But she did a video. Somebody else was filming her. She's in the car driving. Ironically, it's a Honda SUV of some sort. My Honda's not an SUV, but damn it, it's a Honda. So we're related. Anyway, and at one point they were trying to get across this one intersection, and I was looking at it like, I can make that. Because they weren't going across, they were just going to make a right turn. She just was too terrified to make the right turn. They literally parked and then walked across. They couldn't do it. She just couldn't do it. Couldn't do it. It's an art. If you can drive there, you can drive anywhere. You know, even when I've ridden with Amos, you know, and I don't know if this is as bad as this where he's from in Nigeria, but I'm not somebody that goes fast unless I'm driving. And I'm like, you need to go a little faster, Amos. Like, you kind of drawing attention to us. Like, we could get pulled over just for going too fucking slow, you know. Give me love. I'll be more minutes. We've hit the top hour. All right, we're out. Anjane, I don't like when I go to another country and they made everything look like it does in the United States. It ruins the experience of being there. I have to speak to that. Sweetie, right? I'm not giving my social security number. Anjane, I compared the back of my social security card with my nephew, and it's totally different. Wow. I'll never forget. Well, what does his say? I'll never forget the Pleasure Principle video as a kid. My mom had taped it, and I wanted to watch it. I wanted it so much because as a kid, that was pure sorcery. Oh, some Jehovah's Witness type thing. And it's so funny to me because people love the Pleasure Principle. It's my least favorite video from Janet. Amongst my least favorite. I didn't love it. But I'm glad you loved it. In fact, Anjane, I'll make sure that I think I saved it. There's a sister. You know, everybody's online. Everybody's eventually, at some point you run across somebody trying to do the Pleasure Principle. This sister has it. I couldn't stop sending comments to her damn video. She has it. One or two things not really quite there. She didn't do the flip. That's all fine. But damn it, she hit it. And if I'm saying it, it must have been it. She turned it. Turned it, turned it, turned it, turned it. Pleasure Principle. Even the damn it, I missed the part. But she kills that even at the end. Kills it. And most people don't get that. Or they don't get the holds. And then they don't understand, or they have the wrong angle when they do this. And then into this. She has it all, dude. She has it. Her wig is all wrong, but I hated Janet's wig anyway. So, or that Janet's claiming that was her hair. If so, that was a bad hairdo then. I didn't love that. I did not love the Pleasure Principle. Did not love it. Understood it. Didn't love it. Barry Lather did the choreography. They shot that, I think, over 3 days. It just was not my favorite video. I just have to tell you. You know, or as Trump would say, that I could tell you. As like there's this wall of shit that I can't tell you. That I could tell you, you know. Didn't love it. Didn't love it. But I understood why Janet did it, you know. And indeed, when you look at the whole body of her work, she had to do Pleasure Principle. Because it was like, we've been seeing you all with these dancers now. So she came and gave us something like, no, I can dance by myself and still hold my audience. And she did that. She did it. She did it. We fought on the set, but I don't want to get into that. I can't get into it. I want to know about this. It was the chair move. Yeah. You know, I just don't know what she was trying to say. You know, like I just didn't love it. But I also was dealing with the trauma of seeing a different Janet Jackson, you know, in that video. You know, up till then it was the granny boots and the turtlenecks and the flimsy blazers that move, you know, when she moved, they moved. I just loved her whole look, her hair. It was just perfect. Like, that's how you dance and look. That's it. Like, that's how you express this song. Like, everything about it. Nasty when they do the, when she's on top of the thing and they all collapse. That's from Paula Abdul. And then she looks up, nasty boys, you know. Or that triple spin when they, and then it's a step out, like, step, stop. Then it's, oh, you, then she's looking back at the camera. Oh, you nasty boy. Huh. Like, that video was everything. My grandmother, we used to watch that video, man. Dude, in fact, I think when Nasty came out, she told me, you seen Janet's new video? You seen Janet's new video? Janet. Janet is everything to me because she just, I think I know the human being that she is, you know, and I really do relate to her humanity in so many ways. Even the shyness, like, I sit up here as a very confident human being now, but I was a painfully shy human being, everybody. I never was not, only time I was comfortable is if we were, my family used to put on shows when I was little, her family used to put on shows when she was growing up. I was comfortable being on stage in front of people, or somebody come over to the house, they say, come and imitate so-and-so, do so-and-so. I wasn't nervous for that. But after that, then it's like, don't talk to me. I can't. I don't know how to express myself. I can't. I don't know. I just was very shy. You know, people that saw me after high school, certainly after college, they were like, is that you? It just did not take me because I was so quiet and so like, don't talk to. So I relate to that, you know. It's so many things. They reveal themselves over time. Then her life goes with mine. When I gave up on love, I'm like, fuck it, I'm not trying to look for nobody else, I'm done. Then she comes out with the song, every time I fall in love, it never seems to last. I'm like, this bitch is watching my life. I could just give you a million of them, man, but that's my wife. That's my wife, Janet Demita Jo Jackson. That's her. That's her. That's her. I never God. I read that. Last one. I need to watch the Bobby Brown Prerogative Tape 2. I had all of his videos on there. My mom ruined me as a child. I love old school music. That's why you should hang out with me. Wish Bobby and Janet did a dance video together. Would have ruined it. Would have ruined it. Would have ruined it. Would have ruined it. Let me turn on the air. We're going to go all that. No. No. Because I say it this way. Because remember, as choreographers, we don't just teach you how to dance. We're responsible for the entire look of the performance. From lighting to pyrotechnics to what you're going to wear. Is there going to be dancers? How many? Where you're going to be? All of it. All of it is the choreographer. All of it. Wouldn't have worked with Bobby Brown. Because his dance is different than Janet Jackson. It's different. Bobby is wild freestyle. He was, in the day of his sort of corona, he was, you know, the Running Man and the Roger Rabbit and, you know, I think that probably would have been even the Cabbage Patch age. The hip thrusting and the very overt sexual male testosteronic performance, which we need some of that out there now. But, you know, we need somebody like Bobby Brown right now running around fucking pulling his shirt off and, you know, letting his dick wiggle and shit. We need that. But all we have is tight suits and, you know, girl hairstyles. So, but it wouldn't have worked because Janet is a more technical dancer. It would have just been her, it would have been cutesy, it would have been promotional, like, ooh, they did something together. No, there's no value. And when you're at that level, it's business, fucking business. So we could have seen maybe, imagine a scenario under which Janet and Bobby Brown could have done something together, but it would have made no sense from a business standpoint at all. Proving that, Bobby and Whitney did We Have Something in Common, and they were a married couple. Beautiful song. They looked amazing. It was all fine. But it still just had this sort of drag down quality to it. Yeah, you have something in common, but what? Is it the drugs? What is it that you have in common? Just exactly, if you could just tell the court, it just didn't have. But it could work because Whitney's not a performance artist. But Bobby Brown is, so he didn't really perform. We didn't get Bobby Brown in that video. We didn't really get Bobby Brown. We got him, but not really. You know, so you have to think about it from those standpoints too. You know, I always look at everything from the standpoint of a record executive. And it became natural to me. Like, I certainly as a business major, most things I look at through the prism of business, quite frankly, but certainly when it comes to when I'm evaluating an artist or something like that, I always see it through the prism of a record executive. You know, like when I first saw Chris Brown, I just was like, cha-ching, cha-ching, cha-ching. He's light-skinned, he's cute, he's young, he can sing, he's doing runs, that's another $3 million. He writes. Oh my God, he can dance. I mean, just cha-ching, cha-ching, cha-ching. Girls will buy his poster. I can sell out arenas. I can, you know, I'm going to start a fashion trend. Everybody's going to wear their ball cap like that, like Chris is. I mean, just everything is cha-ching, cha-ching, cha-ching. You know, everything is just, that's, you see money. And to bring it full circle, that's why we didn't see that with Janet on her first 2 albums, because they just didn't see the money. Well, she's Michael's sister. That should be enough. Until it wasn't. So until she got with producers that said, we don't care that you're Michael's sister. We're not about that. We want to know who you are. Jimmy and Terry. That's it. greatest producers this side of Quincy Jones. You know, you have to bring in L.A. Reid and Babyface. It's going to be a fight. There's going to be a fight in the room. I don't know. It's Jimmy and Terry for me. You know, they did Sherelle and Alexander's Saturday Love. Me and my sister, the third to the oldest, that lying whore. That used to be our song. That used to be our song. Saturday Love. We love that. We love it. We love it, love it, love it, love it. If she was here right now and I was here, this song came on, she would do Sherelle, I would do Alexander. Done. But that's Jimmy and Terry, you know. So, yeah. No Bobby and Janet. It just... He wants to do maybe a cameo. Maybe he would have been the guy sitting on the steps at the beginning of Rhythm Nation instead of that kid. It wouldn't have sold, but we could allow it. Bobby does a cameo. I like it. I like it. You know, I don't know. Even the duet she did with Luther Vandross, rest his soul. The Best Things in Life Are Free. It kind of went nowhere, and it's a big song. Type if you've never heard The Best Things in Life Are Free, Luther Vandross and Janet Jackson. Type real quick. We're going to do 10 more minutes. Wait, today's Friday. Alright, we're going to do 10 more minutes. Type if you never heard of that song. I wasn't I? Type if you never heard of that song. I'm just saying, like, it's a thing, dude. I guess people don't know. But that song, well, I'm a diehard Janet fan, so of course I would know about it. You know, even Diamonds that she did with Herb Alpert, which is just basically her singing a hook. I don't want your money, I don't want your key. Diamonds, love don't come for free. That's Diamonds. It went nowhere. Herb Alpert was trying to cash in a fucking Zionist Jew, trying to cash in on a black woman's talent, of course. This one, Janet is at her peak, Janet. She did that song. And then the Best Things in Life Are Free with Luther Vandross. The best things in life are free. I can't hear it. The error. Best things in life are free. Now that I discovered what you mean to me. The best things in life are free. Now that we've got each other. Best things in life are free. Then Janet comes in. I can't think of her right now. Fuck. I don't know. I can't think of Janet's part, but it's an excellent song. And her and Luther's voices go together. And if I remember the story right, they didn't shoot it together, or they didn't record it together. Like, she was someplace and he was someplace. And it's a good song, though. But a lot of people don't know about it. Also, because of the Super Bowl scandal, a lot of people don't know about... Well, a lot of people don't know about the Damino Joe album, quite frankly. But there's a song on there called Trust a Try. You gotta hear that, dude. Damn. Okay, 2 song recommendations as we go. 1, Trust a Try. You gotta listen to it because it's really fast and that's the fun of listening to it. It's called Trust a Try. Trust every little thing you say. Never thought these things, never thought this game of love this way you play. By the things you do, never thought these things I would go through with you. Pain, trickery, and to see all around you put me through. Although I want to say, still love you anyway. It's fast, dude. I know the words, but you have to hear it. You'll be like, the fuck is she saying? It's called Trust a Try. But you must give trust a try. Gotta be strong with this love. Hold on. But just to me, and we will be true victory. Something. Anyway, go here. Trust a Try. Go here. Best Things in Life Are Free with Luther Vandross and Janet Jackson. And one more I'm going to give you because this is the epic everything of music and song and fusion of music. It's This Time. Janet Jackson. It's called This Time. If you don't feel that, don't come back here ever again. It's good. We good. Still love you. Don't come back. We good. Because that song, This Time, Kathleen Battle is doing operatic verses on it. Then the hip-hop beat is there. Then the rock beat is there. I mean, it just builds. Then the symphony is there. It's like, I can't. This is a masterpiece. Do you understand what I'm telling you? Oh, don't hear it with nobody around you. Kill people. Don't have them near you. You need to be in this in order to really to evaluate the review I'm giving it. I'll say that. Like, kill people off if they approach. Like, put an electric fence around you or something. Whatever you got to do. Right? Take no prisoners. But it's called This Time. And it's everything. It's everything. When I used to make the run from Delaware back to Maryland, I would hear that. I would just blast that. Especially when you hear the violins going, and then the Kathleen Battle, and then it's everything, dude. I'm telling you, if this is not one of the best songs you heard or been referred to in years, I'm telling you, I'm good music. Like Andre, you were saying earlier, like you're into old school music. That's all you're gonna hear. You get in my car. Just when I pulled in earlier, coming back home, I was listening to what's the lyric? I got so much music in my head. It's people everywhere, they jump, they sling their hair, they shake the derriere. Oh yeah, so loosen your body and let me take control. Let's rock and roll. Here we go. Here we go. Here we go. Here we go. I'm gonna rock and roll. Yeah. Gonna movie. So CNC Music Factory. Freedom Williams. Freedom. Freedom Williams and Zelma something. That. But I listen to old music because there's no music out now, man. There's no music. There's no music. There's nothing that moves me. I'm like, oh, that's the jam. That's the jam. Like how I'm reacting, telling you about these songs I want you to go and hear. There's nothing out now that I would ever do that about. I was here and go, maybe you could hear Cardi B or somebody, I don't know. It's time for my meds. Okay, all right. They're telling me it's time. Like nothing. I tell my nephew all the time, you guys don't have music. And I'm always sending him music. I just want him to have perspective. Like this is the music that's my generation is a part of. So he can just in real time compare. Oh, that's better. That's kind of better. It just is. They don't make music like they used to. We don't have the variety of music we used to have. It's just all bad, man. Musically, it's just all things bad. One more song and I'm leaving. I just learned about this song recently. It's called Scars. I forget the guy's name. I'm looking it up right now. It's a brother. Would a real black wife. Appreciate the brother on that. That makes him king status. Oh wait, let me see this last comments. If you don't like this song, don't come back. That's right, goddammit. Don't come back. Murder music now. That's all it is. Let me see if I can find this, y'all. The song Scars. I'm seeing a bunch of white fucking people. Fuck. I know I saved it in my favorites though. Scars. Fuck. This song is everything. I'm gonna tell you how I even heard it. It's kind of new. I feel like it's, I don't know. It might just be new to me. Fuck, I don't know. I was watching, there's a documentary called Who Killed Nicole? Still speaking about this blonde bitch that was killed allegedly by O.J. Simpson. Nobody cares, nobody cares, nobody cares. But anyway, and I let the credits play at the end, which I do a lot when I watch anything because I want to know who, I'm interested in that stuff. But this song was playing. It will move you, man. It will move you. If you need a good cry, this your song. I'm trying to find the dude. I can't remember his name, and if I start going through my favorites, it's going to take me an hour to find it. Because obviously I need his name. Fuck. Scars, the song. Fuck. It's a brother. I feel like he's kind of young-ish. He's not younger than me. I'm only 21, so he's not younger than me. That wouldn't happen. That's not him. You have to know his name, obviously, because all I'm getting is fucking white people. Which, none of this bullshit is anything. I don't even have to click on none of it to know that. This song by this brother is everything. I heard it at the end of this movie, everybody. I didn't know who it was. I immediately would start skipping back, trying to find the credits, and like see how they're going, what I think is the name of the song based on what he's singing. I seen it. I went, because there were several names. His name is one of them, but I didn't know if that was one name or two. I scoured the internet until I found that fucking song and got my entire life listening to it. Oh, it's so beautiful, man. SubhanAllah. In fact, haha. There's more than one way to skin a cat. Because I sent it to Mika Baggert. So I'll just have to look back through my text and find the link. And there I did it. Where'd Mika at? This is the last song I'm going to recommend. Listen, I'm a good music person, everybody, too. I want to give you a little bit of my resume. You know, like, usually you ride with people or you go to their house, they got some fucked up music playing, you ain't really trying to hear it. No one has ever complained about my music. All I play is hits. That's all I got. I did. So now I'm about to see it as soon as it comes up now. Terrell Davey. I'm going to pull him up so you can get a gander at him. This song took me places I didn't know I could be taken to. It was just everything, and I'm a thoughtful person, and I'm usually in some state of reflection and contemplation and shit. And it was just one of them days, just when I heard this, it was just like, wow. Kind of like, you know, everybody went crazy over Adele. Usually when something's hot, I don't get to it till at least another 5 years after that. Not interested. But I came to this song, Hello. And I promise you, I'm like, that bitch wrote this song about my family. It's gotta be. And why would the bitch say California? Why? You're English bitch. Why are you citing California? Not understanding. Then it pops it up as if it knew what I was talking about the entire time. But all it was giving me was fucking white people. Alright. Wait, where am I? I'm not on camera anymore. Okay, we'll switch over. This is the dude. This is Terrell Davey. The song is called Scars, everybody. Please, for the love of God, go and hear that. And I really think he means it in more of a religious way, but one of the things that I do with lyrics is it's about what I need. How does that lyric talk to me? You know, it doesn't have to be literal. You know, that's what I'm telling you about the Adele song. You know, I didn't really listen to it. You know, then I saw Joe sing it with piano online, and I loved it. He could sing anyway. Man, it was so beautiful. Just the memory of that is just, wow. He's really something. Powerful brother. Powerful. Gifted. Unreal. But it's everything. You know, the song, I finally listened to it and understood it as it's an ode to really anyone that you haven't, in her case, I guess it's probably a lover or something like this, but, you know, somebody that's been bad blood, something kind of went astray or ride some type of way, and now you want to call and try and fix it or see how things are, you know. But I tell you, I could have wrote that song, and anyone who knows me would have go, oh, that's totally about your family. Or did you meet Adele? Did you talk to her? It's that literal. Hello is that. Hello. Where my family lives, when she talks about, did you ever get out of that town where nothing ever happens, it's no secret. Where nothing happens, it's no secret. That both of us are running out of time and all of that. Like, we're all getting older now. I'm the baby. Y'all are all older than me. I'm getting old. So what does that make y'all? You know, I mean, it's literally. And then when she says, I've been in California dreaming about how we used to be when we were younger and free. Dude, I want to punch the bitch in her face. Like, you are fucking, that is copyright infringement, bitch. That's infringement on my life. Arrest this bitch now. I don't know, something, you know. And of course, I hear she's got her a black man now. That's something else. I don't want to get into it. I want to get into it. Anyways, I just want to say, you guys, we're going to, inshallah, we're going to get together over the weekend, or tomorrow. Tomorrow and Sunday. Probably tomorrow, because I just want to get it out of the way, probably. I'm already kind of filling up my week for next week, and I'm acting now as if I'm leaving tomorrow for Africa. So I'm not resting on my laurels and taking time, and, you know, I can't. It's too many T's and too many I's. I got dot and cross. You know, I'm still trying to understand fully, to my satisfaction, residency, which I'm not really that nervous about, because Rick and Cynthia have been there for 7 years. Somebody else has been there for 5 years. I mean, there are people have been there for, so obviously people are getting residency some kind of way, and it's not, apparently it's not a problem. So, you know, but I'm also still playing catch up, because I still, like, I'm watching lectures of the president, because remember, Ghana, I knew my president as if we were best friends since we were 3, and so I'm playing all this catch up now for Ghana. Okay. So we have to be together tomorrow or Sunday, but I'm feeling like it's going to be tomorrow. And you want to be there, and don't miss them. Definitely time to go now. I just want to say I love you guys all. What time is it? I can't see. 8:05. It's 11 o'clock East time. That's good. Yeah. All right, we're out. Go and listen to those songs, everybody. Best Things in Life are Free, Janet Jackson. Trust to Try, Janet Jackson. Oh, the first one, Luther Vandross and Janet Jackson. Trust to Try, Janet Jackson. Trust to Try. This Time, Janet Jackson. And Terrell Davy, Scars. Get Your Life. Get Your Life. Get Your Life. Come away from all that stuff that don't mean nothing, feed nothing. You know, I can hear a throwaway song. Like my favorite song, probably my favorite hip hop song, I think of all time, is probably gonna have to be Forever. Hit 'Em Up, Tupac. Murdered that because the heart that's in it. It's not only is it the best hip hop song, but it's also the best diss rap ever because it's so honest and so. It's everything, man. I felt this brother's hurt. I don't know what it's like for women when you feel another woman's hurt, because I feel women's hurt too. It's a different thing when you feel another man's hurt. He's injured in a way, like a woman is, it's like hurt. A man is like an injury, like, oh shit, somebody broke his wing, you feel me, type thing. Because he's also in a shell in that broken wing. He can't really express. He can't really cry and say, I'm hurt. You know, it's got to be different. So Tupac came out with that, like, fuck everybody, this is what it is. I just came out of jail and I'm not taking no shit. This is what it is. But you know, when you suffer pain, that's when you make your best music. Lil' Kim, bitch went to jail, came back with The Jump Off. Best song she's ever done, as far as I'm concerned, as long as she's not here to tell me something different. Is she here? Yeah, it's her best song ever. All right. Anyways. Because she was announcing, she was trying to reestablish, wait, this is the Queen Bee, I'm back. Don't get it twisted. All them looking over there, back over here, back right here, back right here. It was kind of like that, and she just like made her staple, like what? So it's that, and then The Jump Off for me. It's Hit 'Em Up and The Jump Off. That my all-time favorite hip hop songs of life ever done. So go to bed, everybody. Know that I love you, and but love yourself more than I love you, because I love hard. So it'll be just enough task for you to love yourself as much as I do. I will see you